the animation came late, but welcome back to Between M&M. I'm Brandon.
I'm Matt.
I'm also Matt.
And I'm Mike.
And hopefully this is working today, because I'm sick of fixing shit.
And what color is your toothbrush and why?
White.
Black,
And why?
because I got it for free.
Because it came white.
Did you pick white?
It's the only color they had. It was the...
That's the only
Wait,
color I
what?
like.
It's Crest, not Crest. What the hell brand is it?
Colgate.
No, it's one of the no.
Panasonic.
brand
It's one of
is
those
it?
new Panasonic.
It's one of those
Ultrasonic.
like the super... It's one of the higher end. It's like a $50 toothbrush.
Sonicare?
Yes. Philips. Sonicare. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And they only had white when I got it.
I mean, that's a pretty good choice.
I think they have
That's
a
fair.
black one too.
I thought you said
Mine-
yours was black.
He said... Brandon said his was black.
Oh,
Mine is
I'm going to
black,
fix some stuff real quick.
but it has a purple ring around it.
Does it light up?
No.
Oh.
A purple ring because I basically can just differentiate my toothbrush. And I picked purple. My choices were basically like purple, black, white, and like pink maybe. I don't know. Purple because purple is a good color.
Purple's the best color.
I have a two pairs of Oakleys that I bought with the purple like badges and everything on them.
Yeah.
Destroyed both pairs of lenses, even though the one pair is brand new.
Yeah.
2 months old.
I'm a purple fan.
Same.
It's a good color.
What color? Do you have? Alright, this is an interesting, not really an interesting question. Do you have a pair of underwear that when you like open up the drawer or whatever, how you open up the drawer in the morning and you look at it and you're like, fuck yes, it's one of those days.
Yeah, I'm wearing them right now.
Yeah,
You said you weren't wearing underwear. That explains a lot.
I'm wearing the anti of those underwear right now.
The
Like my
Oh, you
least
got the
favorite.
worst pair of
Oh.
underwear that
Yeah.
you own on.
I've talked about this many times on the podcast, and it's the pair of underwear I have. I just did my laundry yesterday, and I was like, I'm just gonna get it out of the way.
That's fair.
It's the one I have that has a hole exactly where my balls
I
are.
thought you ripped that one up. How many pairs of these do you have?
No, I didn't. I maybe I said that. I don't know,
I got
but I
like
didn't.
You could. I mean, you could toss them.
I got
Yeah.
2 or 3 like least favorite pairs. Like they're like the same ones except different colors.
Yeah.
And then I have one that I hate because they fall down all like they're not loose. It's just they don't form.
Yeah.
Like they're
Like
the seat
elastic
is
one.
not
I'm a
See,
deep
that's
enough.
I'm a
that's
boxer
that's a
briefs.
technical term.
I'm a boxer briefs kind of person, and
Me
I
too.
have like 1 or 2 pairs of boxers that still kind of hang around my drawer with the other underwear. And when I run out of laundry, or when I have like all kinds of dirty laundry, I'm like, I guess I'm gonna wear the boxers
Get
today,
boxers today.
and
It's
I just don't
boxers
like them. What's your
I can't stand boxers.
what's your favorite pair of underwear that you have?
The ones I'm wearing? They're Hanes.
They're like a
They're
stretchy
boxer brief. I don't know.
boxer briefs.
You don't have to necessarily.
I
get
gotta-
it out,
I gotta,
but I
like,
mean, if
see
you
what
want
the-
to, that's fine.
They're, I don't know, like mid. What is your fucking thigh? Mid thigh length. They're kind of stretchy, I guess.
Like the tight kind, floppy.
They're like an active
Yeah.
So
underwear.
they're like this.
I like those too.
Sheen, like they're
Spanx.
silky feeling.
Yeah.
Yes.
They give
Yeah.
good support, but sometimes they can be a little bit too supportive.
Yeah.
You can cut off, get some circulation.
These
Probably.
ones have like a ball cutout in them that like it's a ball pocket.
See, I tried those. I didn't like them.
I kind of like.
I
My
don't care for it.
Yeah.
I tried a different brand that I
mean,
fucking
the
hated.
Hanes, the Hanes brand specifically, I tried because I like
Oh.
Hanes.
the
But I
Hanes
don't
with
care for
the
it.
pocket in them.
Yes.
Now Hanes came out with a thing, and now a couple other companies have a thing that it's a ball pouch and like a sausage sleeve
Oh,
in one.
God.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's got the tube.
I would never be able to fill that.
I questioned if
I don't think anybody would know. I mean, you don't have to like, you don't go
I
to
mean,
the
I c-
store
I
and they're
could-
like, "Listen, sir, you're not allowed to buy
This
these."
this gives us the opportunity to stuff now.
it gives
You
it
can just-
also
Now you've
Like
got
all the
some-
girls in high
Slide
school.
some tissues down the little tube.
it begs the
Catch the little piss
question
dribbles too.
when you put those underwear on, assuming you're flaccid for this, what happens if you get an erection and the pouch isn't long enough?
rips the seams.
That's it. Now you
Dude,
got
just-
tension.
Your dick just
rip.
it just breaks in half.
It splits like
I
Elmer
don't
Fudd's
know.
gun.
I don't know the answer.
Wait, is
and
it your dick
I'm
that's
not
split, or is
sure.
it the
I mean, you
boxers?
can take it for what you take it for. I don't know. I would assume that the boxers would split first.
You would hope.
I would hope.
I'm not sure.
It's tough to
Brandon,
say.
do you have a least favorite and most favorite pair of underwear?
It's mainly just old boxer briefs that are now super loose.
Yeah.
It's 'cause
But
you lost all that
I-
weight.
Yeah, more like gained. A lot of my boxer briefs, or I think every single pair, is just from Walmart. They're cheap.
I tried the there's what the hell brand are they? Like Goodfellows or something like that from
Oh,
Target.
yep.
Those ones fucking suck. Like the
Yeah.
I don't know what they call it in the front of the where your balls and shit go, where you pull out your schlong
Oh,
when you're
you
taking a
mean
piss.
The hole?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Like,
also have a
the
conversation
fucking,
about
the
this.
stitching, like it didn't go over far enough, so you're just sitting there on like a couch or something if you're in just your underwear, and it'll fucking open up just enough,
Oh,
and your
yep.
dick will pop out.
Oh my lord, I may have told this story on the podcast one time. Back at my old house when I was living, with my whole family, basically 5 people. One day it was like I don't know, like whatever time, and everyone was awake, but I had decided to go to bed, and I came out of my room to go get a drink or whatever, and I was wearing just boxers, and my dick was fully hanging out. And I was just walked out, and I'm just walking around, grab a drink, go back to my bedroom, and the next morning my brother's like, "What in the fuck?" Basically, just very questioning of what was happening. Why did I just have
What
my
was your
dick hanging out?
motivation?
Yeah.
Huh? What exactly were you trying
It's
to
like the
prove?
Nick Swartzen joke. You tell me what time it is?
Yeah.
You must
Dick
have
goes-
some big balls to do that.
It's not a very big watch.
I know that on the topic of underwear, I know that Hanes has started to make one with the sausage pouch and the ball pouch. I very much appreciate underwear with the ball pouch. I have a pair of underwear called Sax, S-A-X-X, and they have a ball pouch, like a
Well,
mesh
I would hope with
ball
that name
pouch. Yeah,
they wanna.
Yeah.
they're fantastic. You want to do the drink of the week?
Sure, let's do the drink of the week. You want to introduce it?
Drink of the
Or
week
somebody?
this week, wherever the camera is, over there,
You can see.
this way.
Oh, let me.
There we go. Is C4 Starburst flavor.
Cherry Starburst flavor.
I was just gonna ask that question. Which Starburst?
I was at 7-Eleven picking this up, and the guy goes, "Oh, you chose the best one." I was like, "I haven't tried it. That's why I'm buying it. Gonna try it with my friends."
That tells me that the dude drinks way too many.
Yeah, I see he's an aficionado. See, he's like, listen,
Well, he goes,
stay away from that other one.
I tried the other ones, and they're horrible. I was like, "Yeah, I saw the strawberry one and this one." He was like, "Yeah, strawberry one's not bad, but this one's the best."
He's probably
It
the
literally-
overnight shift guy too.
Did he have any teeth?
I don't know. I don't look.
He's a Mountain Dew drinker.
This is this isn't Mountain Dew. This is C4.
Well,
What
I
That's
mean-
zero sugar.
Yeah.
what is your favorite Starburst flavor?
Orange.
Orange. Dude,
Orange, really?
Hands
I
down.
don't know. I haven't
I'm
had
a red-
Starburst in
I'm a
years.
red
Usually, orange candy in general
Yeah.
is my
Huh.
favorite.
I'll second that.
You know those like orange slice candy orange
I love
slices?
Oh yeah.
They're delicious.
Old school candies.
The lemon ones are good too. If
I
you
don't think
like
I've ever
those.
had that.
My dad picks
The
them up a
sugar-coated-
couple weeks ago.
Nice.
Okay, let's crack these
How to get-
open.
How to get canceled?
This is called
Canceled for
C4
cracking sodas.
Yeah, because it'll get flagged as beer.
Starburst Cherry Superhuman
sniff your-
Performance.
Yeah. Sniffed your fingers?
Splash some on
You
there.
went,
Ooh,
Whatever that
it
means.
smells good.
That smell becoming a man, doofy.
It kind of smells like a Bang energy.
Bang!
Oh
Does-
no, you know what it smells like?
So
So interesting segue.
Kool-Aid.
I think it smells like either this Zila or the Mango Zila. Like it's very
Fuck.
similar.
It's just an innate thing that I do. Every time I smell a drink, I also smell the microphone. I cannot fucking help it.
Oh, I did it too. I thought it was like a, because I went.
I thought it was an
It's
initiation.
almost like a, it's like a palate,
Palate
it's a
cleanser.
palate cleanser for
do,
the
do
nose.
what Sheeter does.
Mm.
And we're back.
Smells like red Kool-Aid.
It does.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
isn't it? Why isn't it colored?
It's clear. Yeah, that's
That is
slightly
unnerving.
off-putting.
Yes, it's unnerving. I
Well, what
would've
was the
looked if you
drink
didn't
that they
tell me.
actually die?
All of
Yeah. Yeah, a lot.
Everyone dies from drink.
I think it was Mountain Dew or something that they dye it green
Probably
because a
Mountain Dew,
clear
though.
color is generally off-putting.
They literally dye every drink ever.
Probably, yeah.
Caramel coloring in
Well,
Coke.
Right.
They're probably too
Mm.
afraid that the Mountain Dew would look too much like Sprite or something like that.
I saw
Yeah.
this TikTok the other day, and this lady was like, "Oh, my personal trainer drinks this instead of soda, and it looks just like Coke, so I'm gonna try it." And so she gets ice,
Oh, I saw that.
and then
Everybody's been talking
she
about that.
gets
Balsamic vinegar.
balsamic vinegar,
Oh,
pours it in, and then puts water in, or
yeah.
club soda, and then just stirs it up. She's like, "Look, it already looks just like Coke."
Oh God.
And then she takes
Oh
a
my
sip, and
God.
I was like, "All right, that's not
Immediately
Coke."
vomits.
Yeah.
That would be horrible.
Give this a taste, and then give it your 1 to 10 rating.
Give it your all.
I don't think it tastes anything like a Starburst.
It's not bad.
It tastes like a like Rockstar.
Yeah.
Yes, it tastes just like the Rockstar.
I feel like the aftertaste is Starbursty. Overall, you like it?
Yeah.
What's your
It
one
kind of
to?
tastes like those popsicle in the plastic.
Oh, like the ice
Like
pops
Bomb
or
Pops?
or
Yeah,
whatever.
bomb pop stuff like that.
Fucking love Bomb Pops. What's your 1 to 10 of it?
I'd give it a 5, 6,
Well,
5.5.
since-
We'll go.
I'd probably say a 7. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Especially
to
for
like the
something that's
Rockstars.
like 0 calories.
It's pretty close
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
the,
It doesn't have like a weird.
the fruit punch Rockstar.
Yeah.
It's pretty close too. So, and I drink those when I'm skiing.
Yeah, it also doesn't have.
So
I'm assuming if this has 0 calories, it must use
Yeah, fake shit.
sugar.
aspartame or something
replacement?
like
Yeah,
It
you don't-
doesn't have a replacement sugar taste.
Right.
Let's see.
that. Too much
Carnose.
sugar.
I'm not sure. I don't see anything that's.
Sucralose.
Does it?
How can they get away with on ingredients just putting natural flavors?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be dirt.
I
I mean, that's a natural flavor. It tastes like mud.
I
We throw dirt
believe
and cockroaches.
So it tastes
that-
like beads.
anything that has natural flavors in it cannot be legally regulated by the FDA. So they can just put
Whatever.
natural flavors in it, and it could be basically anything. Like if
That's
you buy like supplements, and it's
Oh yeah.
they don't have to think technically list the ingredients in it. I think I'd give this like a solid 7.5.
I'd probably say the same. 7.58. Because it's something I drink while skiing.
Yeah.
Actually, I probably should start drinking these while skiing instead of Rockstar because of the amount of sugar.
Yeah,
There
I
you go.
used to get Rockstar because it was the cheapest.
Yeah.
I got the cases on Amazon. It was way cheaper than like anything else by like $5.
Do they still make Full Throttle? You
I
ever,
don't
you
know.
remember
Do
that?
they still
John?
make NOS?
Yes.
Sure.
They do.
Yeah, that's cocaine in a can.
Never had NOS.
Oof. Don't.
I don't think I.
I used to
I know
drink Full
Alyssa
Throttle.
I used to
to.
drink it. Yeah, it's good. But you drink one of those and like my whole body get hot. I'm like, that's probably unhealthy.
That's like that shit we drank that was supposed to make you feel all drunk and tingly and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, that stuff was
It didn't
stupid.
do
Shit
shit.
didn't work.
What was the name of that stuff?
Citrus something.
I don't know. It was a. Yeah, there was a box.
Oh, Sun
I think I threw it
Chaser.
away. Sun
Sun
Chaser.
Chaser.
Sun chaser.
Yeah.
But we got Mike back on the podcast.
Yep, right here.
We got all 5 of them.
All 5.
All 5 mics.
And you guys were working out right before this.
Oh, yeah.
How was
Um,
that,
most,
Matt?
Most sweaty I have been yet doing this, the DDPY.
It's so fucking hot out today.
Yeah.
Well, it's like 70
I tried to
in the
convince him
house.
to do it outside.
Yeah.
I
He
was
was
late.
passed
He was
out.
not interested.
I was lightheaded in an air-conditioned house doing it.
Yeah.
And I drank 40 ounces of water, daring it.
Where we are currently, it's in the range of 90.
Real fuel was 100 today.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
humidity and all
Obviously,
that shit.
yeah.
We're talking.
Or real
100.
fuel was 108, wasn't it?
I just saw 100.
Earlier I saw
Might have been 108.
98 or something.
That was
like
at like 10 o'clock this morning I saw.
Yeah.
No, it's probably noon when I was riding.
And there's a tornado watch until 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
I was on, what was it? Not Paish, but one of those.
Ketamine?
Yeah, I was on ketamine. It said that the tornado touched down in Geneseo.
There
Yeah.
was actually a tornado?
Yes, and it took a bunch of trees out, ripped the signs
Shit.
off of what is it, Goodwill over there, and it
Huh?
took out the entire building coast, which is where Wheeler works.
Oh shit! Good. That's a
Yeah.
shit company.
there you
He's
go.
still gonna have to work.
People
from
are
home,
debt
though.
free now.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, didn't he like just go back into the office too?
Possibly. He's gonna be working from home again though.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, the building got taken out.
Good.
So that's another year or two till they have a new place.
Do you think that Chewbacca has human genitalia or like something else, like a dog?
Probably.
I'd say it'd be like a chimp
He's bipedal.
or a gorilla.
I would say yeah,
Gorilla.
like a gorilla.
Gorilla or chimp
Yeah.
would, that's like human basically.
Yeah.
Human-esque.
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure.
Probably like a cat where it's like a little T.
Yeah, he walks like a human, but in every other aspect, he's like chimpy dog thing.
Like a Sasquatch.
I don't
Even
know.
though he's a Wookiee.
I think I'm going like dog. I think that's
Dog?
probably close.
I don't know, how does he clean himself?
Probably doesn't.
Just brushes.
That is a distinction too. I think if he's like looking at, then he's probably dog.
Yeah.
You never seen Chewbacca lick his dick in the Star Wars movies.
Never
Just-
watched him
they just
bathe
cut
in
that
Star
out.
Wars movie.
Just edited that part.
Well, how do monkeys clean themselves?
By licking their dicks, I think.
Oh, Sam's watching.
Which
Red
one?
Rocket. Well, the boss says Red Rocket.
So she says like a dog.
She says dog.
Yeah, I'm picking dog, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna go more human. I would think more like a chimp. Yes, I don't know. The pouch is off-putting.
I mean, there's definitely someone in that universe that's gonna want to fuck.
Chewbacca?
Yeah.
There's people
Oh,
that want to
definitely.
fuck anything anywhere.
How many Wookiees are there, honestly? I don't know. I don't know
There's
Probably
the.
a
like a
bunch.
whole
Probably a lot.
planet.
Is
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, never watched
Now we're
Star Wars.
delving into the dark side.
So
How do
good-
they
How
reproduce?
good's your Star Wars history?
yes.
Absolutely
I've
terrible. I've
Never really seen Star Wars.
I've
so.
never seen
What?
Matt, we have talked about this many times.
Well, he's still shocked, and so am I.
Every single time.
That's fucked.
He goes, "What?
All right,
What?"
Let's clear the air. I've never seen Star Wars. I don't like peanut butter. And
Get the fuck out.
What's the other
I mean,
thing?
Why are you here?
Like peanut butter?
yeah, I hate peanut butter.
It's so good for you.
I like peanuts.
Matt, I think it's worth putting that on slow or whatever.
Anything.
Not just the air conditioner.
Yeah, it's hot. No, that's too loud.
What kind of communist doesn't like peanut butter? I really feel like that is a poor life choice.
Hey, don't give communists that bad of a name.
Oh,
Oh,
Here's
shit.
That's
Uh,
right. Even commies eat peanut butter.
here's a weird question you might not be able to answer. Is there someone that you have met during your life one time, but you remember that meeting very well?
Yeah.
Like there's someone that you've met that has made a big impact on your life, but you've only met them once.
I think I remember meeting all of basically everybody except Matt. I don't remember the day we met. I just remember one day he came over. And
He
then
never
all of a
left.
sudden we were hanging out.
He
I
never
think he
left.
like kidnapped me or something.
I think
I just remember transitioning from Nick to you.
Yeah.
the
I
only
cheated on Nick
person
with you.
I remember meeting, I think, that we've talked about many times on this podcast, is my friend Nate.
Yeah.
He's probably the only person I do remember meeting. Do you remember when we
Oh.
met?
Do I? I don't think so actually.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't remember meeting Madge though. Like that's one I should remember because it was way later in life.
I think, well, Madge, for people who don't really know Madge, or obviously basically all of you, went to a Catholic
Prison.
like school for younger kids.
Reform school.
There was like
He went to gay
basically
camp. No.
two choices as a parent when you were trying to put someone in
There was
school
three.
around our ages.
Three choices.
What was the third
There was
choice?
North Hornell, Bryant, and
Oh yeah.
St. Anne's.
Yeah, so Madge went to St. Anne's, which is like basically Jesus school. What do you hear?
The AC condenser kicking
Oh
on.
yeah.
Shorten
went-
out- shorten
We're
out the
gonna lose
building.
power.
Madge went to like
I
a
might
Jesus
have to turn
school.
that off because it sounds like it's not wanting to.
We're going to burn up.
And then after a certain amount of time, basically the Jesus school couldn't cover it anymore. So around like 7th grade. Oh yeah, that's pretty loud.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, around I think it was like 7th grade, right? You could no longer go to St. Anne's. So basically, you had to be initiated into public school, and so
With the peasants.
so Madge was basically had to go through this transition, and that's when we met him. basically me and Brandon used to hang out all the time, and then I met Madge, and I was like, "Hey, you want to hang out?"
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just remember hanging out with them. I don't remember ever being like, "Yo, who's that kid?" It was always just, "Hey, there's Madge."
I remember asking him to hang out, and then basically that was it. Now we started hanging out with Madge, and now he edits all these videos.
Yep, every single one. I
You
remember.
can't say shit like that.
I remember the
You-
first time
You're so
coming up to your house.
so bad at lying.
One-
Cut that shit.
Cut.
I think one of the
Oh,
like
Oh, it
most
worked.
clear memories of
I cut the audio too.
no, the audio keeps going.
I think one of the most clear memories I have of hanging out with you, Matt,
Whatever.
at your house is the night that we watched James and the Giant Peach.
Oh, I fucking love James and the Giant Peach.
Matt's favorite movie ever.
I don't remember this. but
Cinematic
I love
masterpiece.
I love James and the
Still.
Giant
So
Peach.
where your window was, your bed was against that wall, and you could like look
Oh,
out.
yeah. Yep.
So right into your door, and then your TV was up on top of your dresser.
Yep.
And I was on the top bunk. You were on the bottom bunk. And
I don't think I ever knew
I
you when
we
you had
stayed
bunk.
up pretty late.
Really?
And
I mean, I must have, but
what the hell? I woke up pretty early. I think I woke up before the sun. Yet we still stayed up pretty late, even though
Yeah.
late in those days was probably
like
9-10 o'clock.
Yeah. I remember going over to Matt's first time. We went up the driveway, and then we went into the house, and he had this huge projector TV, and we played DDR, and then I went home.
Yeah. Remember projection TV?
Yeah.
I
That is
remember when that thing died, we took the huge magnifying
Yeah.
lens out of it and burned so much shit.
I always wanted to do that with my grandparents' one because they had theirs forever.
Yeah.
Like they basically just recently got rid of it,
They
like
still
5
have
years
it.
ago.
That's new technology.
I'm very surprised at the amount of people on Craigslist that post projection TV. So many.
If you're not giving them away for free, then
Oh, yeah.
don't even bother posting.
They were a neat TV though.
They were
Yeah.
really
for the
cool.
day.
They would burn in on the screen.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
left a still image.
Did you know that there's OLED screen burn?
Is there?
Yeah,
Makes sense.
OLEDs will. I don't think all of them do, but a lot of them do. They'll burn into the display, just like the projection ones and the whatever the other ones were.
The projection TV we had in my old house was so big you could fit in it. You take the back of it off. It was like basically an adult and fit inside of it.
Best
And those were
hide-and-go seek spot.
expensive when they
Right.
came out.
Yeah, I think they were.
You remember
Mm.
when like a 55-inch flat screen TV was like
Yep.
$3,000?
I remember because my parents were like, "We're gonna do it. We're getting rid of the projection TV. We're gonna buy." I think it was a plasma TV at
Yeah.
the time, and they bought it at Best Buy, and I was there, and I was like, "This is the best day of my life."
You know what I
It
saw a
was like
video
it was
on
like
the other day?
$3,500.
I saw this video the other day, and it made me think back to hanging out at your house. They were talking about old 3D TVs.
Oh my fucking god, that thing was so cool.
You were
back
probably
in
the only person in town that had one.
It was very cool, but it also sucked.
Yeah.
The actual 3D technology, you had to wear like movie theater glasses. They had batteries in them,
Yeah.
and it was
I think I only used it one time at your house.
it was really shitty.
Yeah, same. And then
We-
there was just a button on the
Fucking
TV that
Mr.
if you
Miyagi
pressed
that
it, it
fly.
just broke it. Remember the
Did it?
button on the left-hand side? You were like, don't touch that. Because last time,
It's the
it
red
took my
button.
dad like 20 hours to fix.
You got to realize who his dad is.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know
It's a
what the button
caveat.
did, and I was hoping the video would say something about the button.
I don't
but it-
remember this.
I just remember going over to your house once and being like, oh yeah, somebody accidentally pressed it one time
The
and
abort button.
it just doesn't work, so we can't use the TV.
I
Abort
guess
the
that was
fucking TV from
technology back
existence.
then.
Yeah,
It was
delete.
just technology in general back then.
Just format.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, I mean it's very interesting to look back at how technology has progressed in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
I mean, in my childhood, I remember having my dad had a huge, like CD player.
The big ass stereo
was
system.
Huge.
like
It was
take
like a
half the room.
16 CD changer or
That
something
thing
like that.
took up like 10
Yeah.
square feet. It was massive. and you'd play it, and like it was so cool that you'd be like, oh my god, I put this tiny little disc in there and it could play music off of it.
And now my brother has this Bluetooth speaker that's like that big that can overpower that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Easily.
like, holy shit.
You could probably get like one of those. Oh, also, you left your speaker at my house when we were washing
Oh
Mitch's car.
yeah. It's dead.
We
I don't want it anymore.
I don't want it. It's dead to me.
That's the thing in general. When Brandon leaves shit at my house, he left
Now it's
like
yours.
a decent knife
Whoa,
at
don't
my
bring
house.
this stuff up because I've got way more stuff here, and I don't want to take it home. I got no room for it.
He left like a pocket knife in my house one time, and I was like, "This is a pretty good knife." And I texted him.
I don't
and
think it was
like,
me.
Brandon left an
I-
arcade machine here.
I texted him. I was like, "Is this your knife?" I'm pretty sure you said yes.
No, I
And
said
then
I
you're like,
have the
"I don't
same
want it
exact
anyways."
one, but mine has scratches on it.
But
This
mine's
one was
here.
brand new.
It wasn't mine.
It
That's
was
on-
probably mine, but I swear. Maybe I
know.
bought a new one because I left it at your
And then you're like, "I don't want it."
It's like a $5 Walmart knife.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I haven't bought a $5 Walmart knife, and I don't think ever.
Yeah, because you have like an $80 whatever
He has a
knife.
knife fetish.
Yeah.
That's why.
I
What, the Leatherman?
I don't know. The one knife that.
Oh, that's only like a $40 knife. That's
I'm
not-
slightly pissed off. Oh, also the noise. There's something about that. I'm slightly pissed off because
What are you talking about?
I think he's going crazy.
when I went like that, it peaked or something. It made a weird noise.
Oh, well, don't do that.
When a few Christmases ago, I bought my brother.
Brandon, you still have a battery charger at Mulheisen's house?
Yo, Mulheisen, we gotta do the
it's
hangout
yours.
sometime.
It's fucking yours now. Don't.
Just keep
Don't
it.
give it back.
He
This
doesn't
is,
want
this
it.
is how I hang out with people.
I mean,
just
he
like-
leaves his camera
I'm like
here
that
every week
crazy
now,
girl
so it's
you
basically
invite
mine.
over for the night
Don't even fucking. I don't want to talk about that
that just leaves their stuff there and they're like, hey,
on purpose.
I think
basically
I left this
moving
at your
in.
house.
Yeah, I know. Go in my house.
There's like a there's a
I
girl
love
on
you,
there.
Alex.
I don't know how she got there. And there's a couple babies.
Couple
Uh,
babies.
Once a toddler.
Yeah, one baby.
Matt the breeder.
The br-
I have a breeding fetish.
I don't pull and pray. I
I've
push and
never,
pray.
I've never once seen you get uncomfortable and you look slightly uncomfortable. I like that.
it hit deep.
He goes, ooh. they
You've
got me."
seen me uncomfortable
Well,
when you
I
call
mean, that
me
was a
daddy.
Oh, but when I do it, it's fine.
Oh,
well,
Whoa,
I
whoa,
mean,
whoa! Don't bring that up near Mike.
Because you don't have
He's gonna get the
ovaries,
wrong
Brandon.
I am sweating.
yeah, it's
Yeah, me
fucking
too.
toasty in here.
Uh,
Alex's uncle said,
Daddy?
Oh my God! Yeah, tell that story.
I don't know. I don't know how detailed I can do it. I forget a lot of shit too.
And also, you straight called him out, so like, you can't like make
Okay,
it
so-
anonymous now.
The other day I
Oh, I
came
didn't say
over
name.
to help Matt with one of the boats, and by help I mean watch.
Watch him and
No,
listen to
you-
his dad jokes
You
while
help-
he
you
works.
Help me figure something out with a fuel pump.
Yeah, barely. I was just fucking around with shit, and I was like, hey, it works.
That's 80% of repairing shit, by the way. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, why don't we just throw some fucking beers at it?
yep.
But I was over here, and Matt goes, yeah, I was
That's
talking
good.
to
That's good.
Alex's uncle the other day, and he's gay, and we were talking about something, and they're on the topic of him being gay, I guess, and he goes, oh yeah, my friend has some gay tendencies, talking about me, and the
He's
uncle,
like, give him a number.
yeah, the uncle goes, give him my number.
I mean, makes sense. We were trying to explain sex positions the other day to Madge, and we willingly basically acted
Yeah.
out sex positions
And
with
holding
our
hands.
clothes on.
Oh wait,
got
this
in the
wasn't with
missionary
us.
You just showed him.
position.
This is what it means.
You were dry humping him.
Because Madge goes, so what do they do with their legs? And
Put
I
him
was
up
like,
your,
well, you
put him
just
up on
do
your
it.
shoulders.
And Shitter goes, here, I'm gonna lay down. Don't touch me.
We left some room for
Just hit
Jesus
it.
at least.
Yeah, there was room for Jesus.
A very thin phone book.
Skinny Jesus.
Yeah. Exactly.
Joe Dirt too. A
And
very
I was
thin
surprised
phone
that Madge didn't like, whoa, what are you guys doing? He
He
was like,
just didn't give a fuck.
oh,
Fuck you.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, we were demonstrating missionary.
He just played you the whole time.
we
He's just like, no, I totally knew what it was, you fucking idiots. I got you to do it though.
we all were drunk too, so
But anyways,
I was just-
yesterday.
Yeah, never mind.
his,
I was completely sober.
Anyways,
Joke's on
Alex's uncle yesterday when we were getting ice cream, he was like, "So your friend?" He was like,
oh no.
Nice.
"I was like, oh, where's this going?"
Little callback.
He was like, "So when people ask him if he's gay, just tell him to respond with, well, what do you have in mind?" And that he says that usually shuts people up.
He did say he has a good job, so I might
He
get
doesn't have a
myself
job. He's
sugar
retired.
daddy.
He's just rich.
Yeah.
Oh, he's rich, so I might get myself a sugar daddy.
He had an I'm rich moment yesterday. He was like,
Ooh.
I'm buying everyone ice cream. And Danielle was like, what? Like, we can buy our own. He's like, I'm rich.
He even said it.
Yeah.
I'm rich.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat the fucking ice cream I bought or nothing.
That's funny.
I feel like usually people that say that they're rich aren't rich. It's
No.
He's got
like-
quite a bit of money.
Well, he might
I'm
be rich.
specifically talking about that person.
Yeah. No, okay. When I say it, I'm being sarcastic.
and you're drunk as fuck, usually. Or at least you were the first time.
Yeah.
The first
I was being
time.
sarcastic
This happened twice.
that time as well.
He did it at the bar.
No, the bar was the first time.
Oh,
That story I
What was
told.
the second time?
Every other time it's just been sarcastic about
Every
that
other time?
Every other time it's been sarcastic. The first time was
The
legit.
first time I was serious, and then it was funny.
Because you had
And then I
like
leaned
$40
into
million in your bank account. You spent it all on French fries.
Absolutely. I got
No,
another check
He
coming in
spends it on
tomorrow.
steamboats.
French fries are back.
I'm buying steamboats.
You should
Speaking
buy
of,
I think you should buy a steamboat.
Every time I'm with Brandon, he says,
I'm gonna
"Look
buy
at this thing I found. I'm
So-
gonna buy it. It's a steamboat. It's a house. It's an auction for a stupid fucking thing. I'm gonna buy it."
It's
Wait,
a,
give more examples.
it's a
though.
mail
Like,
order bride.
Steamboats are pretty specific.
Wow.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
buy
mail order
fucking
bride
steamboat.
And
from
cool.
Thailand.
I have a shit memory, but all I know is that every time I'm
Nah.
with Brandon, he talks about buying some unnecessary thing.
I did when we got done with the podcast with Bill and Mary Kate, I look at Matt and I go, you know what? I think I'm gonna buy that bottle. And he goes, which one? I go, the Yamazaki. He goes, is that the $80 one? I go, no, it's the $150 one.
What the fuck?
Is this liquor?
It's
Okay.
whiskey, yeah. It's a
Uh.
$150 bottle of whiskey. But so
That's a Centauri one, right?
yeah, Centauri Yamazaki.
Yeah.
My stepdad was telling me about this website that you can like auction stuff, and he has a friend that has bought like guns and stuff off this website, and you can find stuff local. So I was just looking through it.
You mean pew pews for YouTube?
Yeah. I was just looking through it, and I saw a steamboat, and I was like, "This is fucking sick. I want it." So I made an account so I could see like what the bid was at and everything, and it's only at $4,500. Back in
Only.
2010,
$4,500 for a fucking steamboat.
back in 2010, they spent $30,000 restoring it.
This is a bargain.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like
It's
to.
a
I
done
want to
deal.
see the receipt.
Yeah, but has it
I see
been
the fucking
sitting
receipts.
dormant,
Oh,
not
yeah, that's
running or
true.
anything
That's
since?
2010.
That's
steamboat.
12 years.
Who cares?
I
It's a
don't care.
steamboat.
It's a steamboat.
Fucking steamboat.
Exactly.
I'm on board. How much do you need me to buy in for?
That looks like something straight out of Vietnam.
I love it.
All I
It
know.
does look like
you
that
gotta,
you would.
Brandon. I don't think you're. Oh, there it goes.
Computer froze.
Oh,
Oh, wrong
Oh, this stupid fucking display.
screen. Every fucking
Look,
time.
everybody, it's the
Mhm.
infinity.
To infinity.
fuck.
Don't do it.
And beyond.
Don't do it.
Display
Mm.
2. There we
Yeah,
go.
you should. I really, and I would think everybody would agree, except for you guys. I guess I'm the only one that agrees. You should own that.
I agree. It's cool.
I got a question. Where the fuck you storing it?
Right here. You got a fucking
Well-
whole marina right out in your yard.
I only got one boat out here now.
Well, it would
I'm
be a
not buying
marina.
it yet.
I
Yeah,
agree.
you gotta
It's
wait till
cool.
the bid,
and all,
the
but
bidding
it's
ends.
got 2 days left.
Yeah, you got to wait and swoop in at the end.
you know
Get it
you
for
could
46.
do for $4,500.
Can this? Can this
You're gonna have
website
to have
get-
a boat transported, a steamboat transported.
Listen,
here.
I will volunteer.
No, he'll go
I
out
have
and
a
buy a
hitch
car.
on a Denali. We
It's
can
not
haul
that far away.
We
Where's
can
it
haul
at?
that tomorrow.
Nunde.
Nunda?
Yeah.
I have people
Nunda.
there.
Yes.
Eric lives
I'm
there.
rich.
Eric lives in Nunda.
I mean,
Yes, he's a Nunda man.
He's
what?
in Nunda, man.
We could just spend like probably half an
Nunda.
hour naming better shit that you could buy for $4,500.
I
don't know.
I can't name a single thing that you could buy better.
I mean, you
for
could
40.
buy, like-
Sam says do it.
I'm saying
You could have bought this Trans Am 4 times.
I
4.5
agree that
times.
it's
Yeah,
very
but look
cool.
at that
That-
thing.
That's
It's
pretty
sick.
cherry.
That.
It's beautiful.
I tell you what, if you buy that,
Any
I will
boat
tow it anywhere you want.
done. And
Hands
if he
down.
can't, I will.
I agree, it's cool, but
And
It-
if you can't, I'll steal my dad's car.
Nailed it.
And if your dad's car and my truck can't pull it, I have a truck that, or I know of a truck that can.
does the trailer come
Listen,
with
it
it?
can't be that heavy.
Yeah. Look at Matt. I got 2 other people on my side.
I agree. It's
3.
very cool.
I got 3 other people on my
3.
side.
Alex's sister, technically in her name, has the Ram 3500.
Also,
can
I'm
pull it.
definitely putting a bigger wheel in it.
Oh, one of the
Right,
giant.
you need
fucking-
It's
like
just
a
like
giant-
a giant pirate
A
ship.
pirate one. Fucking right.
like with the
I
one
love
off
it.
the set. No,
I
just
love
one
it.
off a sailboat. You don't necessarily need all.
Hell no.
Actually, you know, you need
a
the pegs.
giant helm.
Yeah, I need the pegs. Basically that, just a little bigger.
You need more
Yeah.
spokes too.
like 3 foot diameter.
Like this thing is
Just
sick.
as long as it's not hitting the ground, so you can still use it.
Or You could take.
Wait, let's pose this question. Can any of us run the fucking thing? Because I don't know anything about steamboat.
Me
You
neither.
start
There's
a
a thing
fire,
called
you put water
YouTube.
in it. I mean, I imagine that's about the gist of it. But
Another question:
Oops.
how do
Would
I
you-
pilot a steamboat?
Oh wait, WikiHow.
Would you
Nailed it.
do like lake tours on it?
How to
Like
It's already a
Do
business.
like a-
make money?
yes.
Hell yeah.
'Cause,
$100 an
It'll pay
hour.
for
I
itself.
guarantee if
The
you went to
first
Cuca
weekend
Lake,
out.
I guarantee if you went to Cuca Lake, because the Cuca Maid's not there anymore, you could do steamboat tours.
That's it.
You can fit like 3
$25
fucking
bucks
people
a
on
head.
that thing.
$25 a head, you get 5 people in a shot.
You could probably do more than that. It looks like a decent size.
Oh, well, listen, you want them to be cozy.
I don't want Wikipedia.
How to make a candle-powered boat. See? You're just
then-
going to build one for
And
45
then
that's
if you
how
get a
to-
liquor license, you can even sell liquor on there, like beer or something.
Well,
like
now
that.
we're talking about a larger investment.
Now we're talking.
Yeah,
I
but
need a bigger
more-
steamboat.
Yeah,
More
now all of a sudden you
potential
need a
for
steam
income.
ship.
What if I'm doing a steamboat ride
Steamboat pageant.
and it explodes? Do I have to give them their money back?
No,
or?
they'll sign a waiver. Don't
Yeah.
worry
Okay.
about it.
You always
we got
have to have a
legal
waiver.
people for that.
Yeah, you can talk to a lawyer.
We'll get somebody to sign off. Say-
Steamboat Willie Part 3.
We're gonna call you Steamboat Willie. You need a clever captain's name for a steamboat.
Well, for the rest of this podcast, we're gonna watch Steamboat Willie.
I'm trying to figure out how to power a steamboat.
I will flame you if you buy a steamboat. I definitely will. Starting
know.
soon. Welcome back to Between
Then you don't
M&M.
get to ride with it. You don't get to ride on it.
I think that'd
That's
be
fine.
badass.
I think it's awesome.
Because the mini.
Also, on the auction website, they are selling 3 barrels of coal, and the bid is at $1 right now.
Is that thing coal
So
fired?
all of a sudden,
I don't know.
It can be.
I just know it's heat and water that makes steam.
fire.
Who's gonna
It's
be?
either gonna be wood.
Who's gonna shovel?
I
Yeah,
don't
who's
think it'll
gonna
be
be the
gas.
shovel?
Who's gonna be like Casey Jones on
It's,
the
it's
train?
a small boat. I can shovel, go back to the wheel.
You're gonna
Is-
not,
no,
see,
you
now you
have-
need a crew.
You have a guy throwing. It's like a what do they call him? You have a guy throwing
A
the
slave.
coal through the glory hole. To it's called the glory hole on a train, where you throw the.
I thought that was like a glass making term.
No, it's
also-
It's I think it's just the heat chamber.
Oh, okay.
It's the doors that open up, where you throw the coal into.
I do not condone this investment.
Yeah.
No,
now you need
100%.
now it's turning into you need staff.
I've spent worse money.
I think so too. I think this is a perfect investment.
You could take $5,000 and put it in a Roth IRA.
That sounds responsible.
lame.
Who
I
wants to be
don't know. I think this could
responsible?
make more money faster.
It's $4,100.
Actually,
So-
overall, I think this could make more money.
Yeah, but look at
I
the
don't
size.
think
There's
so.
no way you're only going to get about 4 people on it.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you know, like the ones in Italy that they go
That's
under
a-
the
like
bridge.
That's a
Venice?
Those are
gondola.
steamboats, so those
That's
are
Very
more-
romantic.
Yeah, but this is way more badass
Think about
because
it.
it's steam powered. So $100 a head, 4 people at a time.
You could do a family package for slightly less, but offer something to where they they upgrade their package and make
booze.
even
Like
more.
Trailers, a
Picnic included.
2002 Easy Load, complete 30,000
Sam says
restoration,
do it. Fuck
done
it,
in
let's do it.
2010.
Done and done.
Samantha, just go on there and buy it. We'll buy it out from under him. We'll sell it to him for 6.
Yeah.
I'll text you my credit card.
1,
Don't even go to the bank.
It's a
open
bid.
4,
I will win.
Oh,
because I'm rich.
Brandon doesn't have.
'Cause
a follow
I'm
bidder.
rich.
because he's
I'm
rich.
fucking rich.
I am not rich.
What day is it in the
Michael
month?
dumping his,
Shit. I
Michael
still got
dumped
another
his
half a
life
month.
savings.
I will empty my 401 to buy that tomorrow.
Oh yeah, they'll even ship.
We
Well,
don't
it is
even
a
need
ship.
We can haul it from none. Jeez.
That's the end of the podcast. I hope
Oh,
you enjoyed
that was,
it.
I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you.
But
See you
yeah,
next week.
like that's something I would legitimately buy.
Oh,
That'd be pretty
Jesus.
cool.
I know. It's way cooler than that boat out there.
It's in good shape. Bill says C4s taste like no. I think they taste pretty good.
Bill, did you see my steamboat?
Yeah, Brandon's gonna bet on
Soon
a
to be
steamboat.
captain. What are you gonna call? You got to name it. Does it have a name?
How much is the
know-
auctioneer fee on this?
Oh, I don't know.
20%.
Let's see.
It's probably.
You can tell how little Brandon has thought about this.
It doesn't even matter. Ghost energy drinks are badass.
How about
I
you
have
buy them for
enjoyed it.
us and have it as a sponsor for the stream?
They will ship the ship.
13%.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, it's usually around there.
What's 13% on? Say
45.
say it goes
Was
for
130
$6K.
bucks per thousand.
6K, 13%.
700 and something dollars. 735.
None of us are good enough at math.
$780.
Oh,
So
that's not
for
bad.
under $7,000 at a $6,000 bid.
Basically
could be
round up
yours.
to 1,000.
Yeah, call it
Think of the-
7 G's.
Think of the potential earnings.
Yeah, I could flip that shit.
I would think so.
It'd be pretty hard to flip
You
it.
just, you can quit your job.
That's called
and start-
capsizing. That was Matt's joke that I stepped on.
Where's the camera? There we go. Also, you can quit your job and start fucking driving around a steamboat.
No, I work remotely.
You sublet it out. Once it takes off, you just hire
I
people
get the
to
company
handle
to
it.
buy me a laptop. I use a hotspot. I can write that shit off.
You buy
You could write off the boat for meetings.
buy a
Bring on a
joystick,
business lunch.
buy a joystick, and then pilot it remotely.
Oh shit.
That's I don't. Yeah, but you still got to stoke it. You
Yeah.
see, you're gonna have to have
Well, you
somebody
gotta
man
have
it.
a crew on there. Yeah. Yeah, you could be
Verizon
inside this.
jetpack.
If it blows
Exactly.
up big,
25
you
bucks,
just
I
have
think.
a team that takes care of it. That's just one business venture. And then when you're like, you know what, shut it down because I want to take a ride on the steamboat.
Yeah, who needs a house? I'll just buy this instead. And
This isn't quite like a houseboat. I don't see.
I
I don't see
much
you
living on
surviving
this.
the winter with just that small.
people live out of their
canopy.
cars. I just put a tarp over top of that.
And the steam engine heats you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when people say,
I mean,
why would you
broilers
pay all
explode
this?
all the time.
Yeah.
It's
The
same
steam
amount
engine
of
can
danger.
explode.
It's the same amount of danger.
Yeah, exactly.
Worst comes to worst, you sink.
Yeah.
Then you won't have
No,
to
no.
worry. You won't have to
You
worry about.
drown.
Yeah, you
I
won't
think
have
is
to worry
worse.
about
the
being
sinking
warm
is
anymore.
okay if you still live. The drowning is the part that's bad.
You won't have to worry
Literally
about being
sinking
warm
my
anymore.
savings away.
Yeah.
All right. See you later, Sam.
You gotta get up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, go to work.
Oh boy. Oh boy. 12-hour shift.
I knew you were gonna do.
Oh wait, no, she's dialysis now. Still, is a 12-hour shift.
It's long enough. No, it is. It's booked for 12. Yeah.
Yeah, I told the company instead of buying me parts to build that computer,
Just send
that
you
they
one.
should just, or that I'm just gonna get a laptop, because sitting in my office today where I can't have a AC unit was
Too hot.
horrible. So if I get a laptop, I can work from.
Anywhere.
Like I could technically use my MacBook, but it's horrible because it's only got like 500 gigs of storage, and the build that we're using is literally like 20 gigs.
Yeah, but Brandon has like the worst electricity.
Yeah, so
it's
the
almost as bad as
apartment-
mine.
The apartment is set up where every single room except for my bedroom is all on one breaker.
Yeah.
That must be nice. Imagine like iRacing and being, cool.
You get to actually feel the wind in your hair.
But it comes
Well,
from
the
the
actual
wrong
racing, you don't
direction.
feel anything.
Just driving
Just heat.
sideways. Oops.
Just adjusted my back.
Just adjusted your back.
Yeah. Cracked it all up. Yeah. You see those neck things that they advertise
Yeah,
where it like
I
stretches
just saw
your
one of
neck?
those things the
I
other
thought that
day.
was like a
I feel like
thing
It's
that's
from
like
like the
yes.
50s or 30s.
They've been advertising them a lot
lately. 1810s.
They wear those
You
like
can-
copper rings.
Yeah.
It actually
Oh,
pushes
yeah.
your shoulders down. It doesn't actually stretch your neck.
Yeah, isn't that like an
It's like
African
some kind of a
thing,
tribe.
or-
Yeah.
I'm talking about the things that they inflate with like the little hand
Oh.
pump, like it would be on your arm
You
for
can
like
get one of
a
those,
blood
things
cuff
that
or whatever.
you attach, you bite on it, and then you attach it to a set of weights, and you put your body weight in there, and then you just hang from it. And it's supposed to
Oh,
stretch your
yeah.
spine out or something like that.
Have you seen those baby rotating things?
Rotisserie.
Babies with like scoliosis or something, they just strap their heads in and then it rotates. And so they're off the ground just
Spin it.
What the
That's what
fuck?
you were gonna do to the ceiling fan
I
earlier.
think
Yeah.
they call it traction.
neck.
They're like, don't shake babies, but you can hook them to this machine that shakes the shit out.
Billy, you need a cool shirt for running 200 laps. You gotta act like an actual racer. Wear a
Look
cool
up
shirt.
baby
Those
traction.
You ever
neck
see those things?
Yeah.
Put the word traction.
Well,
It's
the
like
cool shirts are a
moist,
shirt
or it's
that
like a-
has
like a radiator setup. It like pumps.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
there's
goes to like an ice box or
whatever.
something
There's
like
one
that.
for your feet.
Baby traction shaker. Terrifying.
If you go back, there's one that you're supposed to hook up to your feet.
Boy, I'm
Oh my
awful.
How to spell
fucking God.
scoliosis. Yeah, here we go.
I'm still awful sticky from that.
Halo
workout.
gravity traction.
Baby Stolo
Wrong screen.
I don't know how to spell scoliosis.
Scoliosis.
Right there, it says Oh, now we're gonna
This
get.
guy's sad because the baby didn't survive the fucking machine.
This
he
is an
made.
ad.
Not giving Verbo any.
Any pop on the show.
Not sponsored by
Oh, it's
Verbo.
frozen.
I mean, don't say his name. No. Don't say that name.
Say
Okay.
that guy's name.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That looks awful.
Yeah, I think that thing is
It's
attached
called,
to his
yeah,
skull.
traction.
Yeah, that looks like
Don't
it's
they like
drilled
put
into his
pins in their
brain.
fucking head?
Pretty sure it is.
I feel like that hurt.
This kid looks like he's having
What are you
fun.
doing, you goofball?
Fucking got that thing attached to his
feel my
skull.
legs.
Fucking goofball.
If I was that kid, I'd just take off running and just let it
It
swing
just
out.
And then it like cuts. Look, he made this video.
Surge
Oh, boy.
Media.
Surge Media.
Kid
What
uses a
in
medical
the
device named
Yeah, it's
Halo
insane.
Gravity.
Then it
I feel like that
drops
would
like
just hurt.
Drops the glasses down and plays the Grand Theft Auto music. This kid walking away.
Wasted. Oh yeah.
Wait.
that.
Where the glasses come down and like the joint comes out.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
It's the one and only D-O-double-G.
Snoop Dogg.
That
Yo.
was something. That was terrifying.
I just thought of something the other day, by the way. You ever heard that 24 hours of lemons?
20. Yes. Well, it's there's.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, the lemons one is basically where you have a shit car. A car has to be under 500 bucks,
Yeah.
and then you have to try to do a race that is 24 hours.
Yeah.
We should do this.
I talked about this a few years ago.
They don't do them
friends. We
anywhere
should
near
totally
here
do
though.
it.
Is
Really?
the
It
It was
main
called, I
issue.
thought it was called some kind of something.
Oh,
The something 500.
Rotating it more towards you.
I'm not sure.
I mean, down in
Might be different names for
Down
it.
in Flo-
There's one around here. It's not that far. I feel like we looked it up. Guys I
I'm
used to
not
work
sure.
with.
down in Florida, there's a at the Freedom Factory. They do a Freedom 500,
Hmm.
which is like 20 or so nitrous filled Crown Vics or whatever. Like they put a nitrous bottle in it. It's bone stock Crown Vic. They get them off the auction lot. Sometimes don't even change the oil and put a nitrous kit on it.
Nice.
And they do like fucking, I think it's like 100 laps with them. And so they had the Freedom 500, which Brian Deegan won that, and he won a Lamborghini that was a LS swapped. And then they had what the hell was the other one? The Indy 800, I think that was. And that was just at Indianapolis Raceway. And he won that one too, and won whatever the new big ass Ford engine is, the high performance Ford engine. And they told me he can't race anymore because he
Well,
keeps
this-
winning.
I think this thing Matt's talking about, it's like an off-road. Like
No,
it's
this
a whole,
this is a
Not
this,
this
Matt.
is a oval track, but
the one whose conversation
Well,
you stepped on.
The one you're
Oh.
talking about
The
is
two-
It's like an all-terrain setup.
No,
like
the-
all through the.
isn't it just on highways?
it's on a
and
road
stuff?
course.
Oh, is it?
No, it's
Oh.
not on highways.
It's on a
The
road
one
course
I saw
though.
was like
Oh.
all off. Like you're bombing these shit boxes through.
Well, there's the one
woods.
they did on freeways, isn't it?
That's the gumball, or
But
the
no, with like
it's on a track.
$500 vehicles.
So it's on a
yes, I
it's
know
on
what you're
a-
talking
Okay.
about. I can't remember what that's called.
It's
though.
on a track, and you have to basically have a car that you buy for less than 500 bucks,
You have a team of like 3 or 4 people, right?
and you can make modifications, like but the total price you have to sell parts and stuff to make sure the
Chris
total
Fix did
price
that.
is less than 500,
Hmm.
500 or less.
Yeah.
I think we should do this. If we were gonna do it, what car would you pick?
Bill said a friend of his did it in Sonoma.
Yeah.
What car would I pick? I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably some Japanese vehicle.
an old Civic.
Yeah.
Sounds like 24 hours of lemons to me.
Alex's old Prism. 'Cause
Yeah.
We ran that thing a month without oil in it.
My brother used to have a
She
Prism.
bought it for $200.
That thing was a huge piece of shit.
That thing was great. It sounded like a rally car, fucking going around
That's what they
corners and
use,
shit.
yeah.
My brother
It's a Ford.
had a Prism. I've told Brandon this before, and he didn't know anything about cars.
Civic.
And he was driving to work one day in Buffalo, and he said the genie lamp was on. And
I forgot
That
about
means the
So-
magic's about to happen.
so he opened the hood,
Fucking
To-
moon tune on that.
basically to just look around.
I
'cause
went to get the wish under the
Check
hood. The
engine.
fucking guy wasn't there.
Yep, it's there.
he had no idea what he was doing. So he opens the hood, basically looks around, and then
Seems fine.
closes the hood,
Look good to
doesn't
me.
latch it, gets on the highway. Hood comes flying up and smashes his windshield
That's
on the
awesome.
highway.
Alex's did that to her, except she actually latched it, but the latch broke,
Oh yeah.
and she was up by Walmart, and her hood flew up and smashed the windshield, and the fireman couldn't get the hood back down,
Yeah.
and her dad just shows up, gets a pair of gloves out of his truck, climbs up on top of it, grabs the hood, smashes it down, and said, "All right, am I good to drive? I got safety glasses," and drove it up to the farm, got a new windshield. Safe Light came up, put a new windshield in it. He put hood pins in it.
I was
Now it's
driving,
race ready.
I think back from Bath
Fuck
or
yeah.
something, and for some reason I got into my engine bay, was probably topping off the oil or something, and I like latched it, and then I was doing something in my trunk, and then I was like, fuck it, whatever, I don't need to do that. So I was heading home, and I get basically to the exit, and so I'm starting to slow down, and I see my hood shake. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I see it shake again. I'm like, did I not latch that? And so I was like, I mean, fuck it. It took
It came this
65
far.
or 70 basically all the way back.
Can you imagine
So-
the noise that would have made?
I pulled off in the Aldi parking lot, and it was half latched. It wasn't pushed down all the way. So I got
The safety
lucky.
latch still.
Yeah.
I hate the latch on my Subaru because even if it's fully latched,
Hood pins.
it looks like
Yeah.
it's got a gap like this. It doesn't look like it's latched.
There were people that came into Advance Auto with it like that, and
Yeah.
I'm like trying to get it up, and they're like, "Oh, we haven't released it yet." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah.
It's like this far away from the
I saw a Subaru.
body.
That thing's a piece of shit. We should do a 24 hours of lemons.
That'd be fun.
I would be totally down. I guess it's very hard though. Like dudes get full cooling suits, like
Oh yeah.
go real hard. Well, now that we got a rich boy, I guess he can sponsor us.
I'm rich.
Yeah, $500. That's
Yeah.
here's your sponsorship.
Well, it's the suits that you'd need.
The suits and
That's
people,
Guys,
expensive
I'm not
part.
rich. I just have a job.
people go
Oh, that's right.
ham. People go super ham on stuff
Want
like
to know what
that.
that's like? It's been a while.
Oh no, it's a
Mike,
fly
you should get
hammer.
on this train.
What, unemployment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Hey,
more
Mike,
self.
how's,
I'm thinking more self-employment.
Start up your studio type thing, more or less.
If that's what you'd call it.
How's the motorcycle place going
It's there.
without Matt?
It's there. It's a lot quieter.
Jake said it's fucking struggling. Like,
Yeah.
We're just
Yeah.
buried. There's so much work.
Oh man, I can't even imagine. I was there today and I'll get an inspection, and
And it was thrown
Hmm.
out.
yeah, no,
I
Sir,
also
can you leave?
attempted to get an inspection today.
yeah, no, I didn't attempt. I succeeded.
Yeah, I attempted.
I got another bike that needs an
Failed.
inspection. You want to run my numbers so that it passes?
How about just make it pass?
No, I gotta get a whole
I
different.
don't want to be
brake light-
safe. I gotta get a whole different thing.
brake
Matt,
light.
take that bike in for an inspection.
Yeah,
Just the way it is.
Just
Yeah,
carry it.
I have brakes somewheres for it.
the
It doesn't
Subaru.
doesn't necessarily say it needs wheels. Inspection doesn't
Or an
say it needs
engine.
wheels,
True.
and it doesn't need to run.
Just needs to be
Subaru needs
safe.
2 control arms. Basically, it needs 2 control arm bushings, but
Technically 4 control arm bushings,
uh,
depending on which control arm.
yeah, well, it depends. I believe I haven't actually looked at it yet. But yeah, I guess the bushings are all worn out and shit, so it basically needs 2 control arms. I was thinking about trying to replace the bushings, but according to the dude, I took it to K&K because I hate the place across from the
Seneca.
high school. Those
Or,
dudes
I mean-
fucking suck,
Oil Express.
whatever they are. But yeah, I took it there.
Rename Jiffy Lube.
Yeah.
What's interesting is the parking brake in the Subaru is so fucked. It's not adjusted right. They didn't say anything.
Oh shit! I keep forgetting about that. I need to fix mine.
What's
Or
wrong
at
with
least
yours?
somehow have tension on it.
Do you have a drum and hat one?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
it probably just needs to be adjusted then.
well, no, because it had pressure before.
Your car is park. You're good.
Because it had pressure on the
Automated.
e-brake before, and it felt like it was just a normal e-brake. but it didn't apply the brakes. So it never worked. And so one day I was like, brakes must be really bad. So I took it off and I replaced the brakes, put it on, and then I was driving back home, and then they locked up, and it was kind of like scraping. I was like, well, I guess I gotta figure out how to adjust it when I get home. And then I couldn't reach it, so I was like, I'll just do it tomorrow. Because it was like on and off. It only locked up like once. And so I was like, whatever, I have a job in Olean. I'll do that, and then when I get back, I'll fix the brake problem. I'm driving down to Olean, and then my car just like slows down a lot, and then it is fine. And I'm like, okay, the brakes locked up, but they're good now. So I drive all the way there, drive back, go to my dad's shop, and I open it up to try and adjust it a little bit more and to check on the brakes, make sure they didn't get ruined from that. And so I take the
Fuck is that?
a bike.
Sort of 4-stroke, no pipe dirt bike or quad.
Probably one of them dudes that has a.
It's probably the people across the street.
You're gonna ride wheelies.
Have you seen
Go
those
ahead.
fucking bikes that people put motors on? Those things are so loud.
There was one that I saw yesterday that was actually quiet, and the dude was wearing a helmet and all that.
Oh
like,
shit!
I was like, holy fuck, he's actually doing shit the right way.
There's
I
a
mean,
dude
it's not
that
registered or anything.
has one that drives down Seneca Road
Mhm.
basically every day, and that thing is ridiculously fucking loud. Yeah, and
But
it's
yeah.
so loud, but he's going like 15 miles an hour.
I pulled the rotor off, and then parts just start falling out. And I'm like, what the hell happened?
When was
My
this?
brakes are on the ground.
You don't need brakes.
like-
They only slow you down.
Last year, I think.
Oh,
And the brakes just fell out. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I look, and
Looks good to me.
the actual parts where it like links on with the drum brakes, they're just shredded off. They do not exist
You don't
anymore.
need them.
So I was like,
And why?
I was like, well, fuck it. And I just threw it back on, and still had pressure, whatever. I was like, it'll pass, it's got pressure. And now I just noticed, like, a few weeks ago that there's no pressure anymore. It's just gone. So,
you just need to get your brakes fixed.
We
Every
just need a
time
new
I
car.
talk to you, your brakes are fucked in one way or the other.
We just need a new
I
car.
fixed it myself.
no.
Brakes-
Okay.
Like,
You
My
need
brother-
another-
myself.
you need
my
another
brother said the
$500
same
car.
New
thing.
mechanic.
He
oh,
said, it just seems like your car always has problems.
It's
And I was like,
fucked all
no,
the time, the
my car
brakes."
always has
The
a
same
problem,
problem.
and I just don't fix it. So the same problem is just there for a very extended period
You
of
just keep
time.
well,
band-aiding it.
what's the
You
problem
don't
with your
actually
brakes
fix
right
it
now?
fully.
then?
Just tape it up.
You
What?
replace the calipers and the rotors and the pads, right?
Master cylinder too.
So
I'm pretty
I
sure.
replaced
and the booster.
I replaced the booster, the
That's
master
the old
cylinder,
park
and the
shotgun right there.
calipers, but that fixed the problem that I had.
I bet it was your master cylinder.
It was the that was the last thing I replaced. It was the master
I
cylinder.
I told you this like 3 months ago. The Subaru
And
had
I
the
replaced
same
it.
problem.
Brake
I
pedal.
3
replaced
months
it.
ago.
That's probably the last thing you replaced, though.
It was because I replaced the calipers first. Because I figured out of everything that would be the problem. And then I replaced the booster because it acted like because it was on and off. Like sometimes my brakes would work fine, other times it would go to the floor. So I thought it was like a vacuum problem, stuff like that. Even when looking it up online, it says brake booster. And then the only thing left to replace was the master cylinder. So I replaced that, and then
The
that
driver.
fixed it.
The Subaru did
Replace
the
the driver.
The driver.
exact same
Just replace
thing.
the car.
And I
Yeah.
said, it's
Do the
probably
car
your
right.
master cylinder.
Yeah, but
Because
that
I
was
did
after
the-
I replaced the booster.
I did the exact same thing. I
Man,
replaced
son.
calipers, replaced the pads, and then I was like, probably not the vacuum booster. So I replaced the master cylinder, and it fixed it. And then
And
you
the booster
you're
was
like,
cheaper.
I also have this problem. And I was like, probably the master
The
cylinder.
booster was cheaper than the master cylinder, but I'm pretty sure
It
by
doesn't-
that time I already replaced the booster.
Eh.
Or no, I had the booster. I just hadn't replaced
Can't
it yet.
call them master cylinder or slave cylinder anymore. It's primary and secondary.
Um,
Racist. No.
Is that an actual thing?
I don't know.
Oh.
But now I
Yes.
gotta just
I
replace
feel like
my
it
brakes.
is.
It is now.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking. Never mind. I was.
Thinking you're gonna get a different car.
So
Just replace the
I
whole
might.
car.
So on a different topic, Mike, you just got back from Georgia like a week or so ago.
I'll be right back.
Woo-hoo.
Yes.
What'd you go down there for?
I actually got invited to what they call the Transformation Summit for DDPY, and got to meet just like 100 other people there who've all, made big changes or whatever. It was pretty exciting. It was a lot of fun. Matt Dallas himself, the whole staff, down there at the the mecca of DDPY.
So what gets you qualified to go down there, be invited?
I don't know. It's it was like I got an email one night because I don't sleep. I'm checking my email and I see this email that says, "Hey, you're invited to Smyrna, Georgia for the Transformation Summit." I'm like, it's probably just a mass email. You know what I mean? Just to see if
Someone will bite.
like people show up or whatever. But no, it's like they go by invite, and it was like I said, there was probably 100 or so invited.
That's awesome.
It was very cool. It was a really positive experience, I guess is the best way I could put it. Everybody there was like super supportive, like all kind of like cheerleaders for everybody else. It was very cool. Like-minded folks. So it sounds like
Yeah.
a cult. It kind of is.
I like it so far. Doing the
Do you have time
exercises.
to hear about our Lord and Savior DDP?
Yeah. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and
Diamond
Savior,
Dallas
Diamond
Page,
Dallas Page,
and the Savior of the human race.
Savior for the backs and joints?
It was awesome. And
Yeah.
it was very surreal. It took me a couple days of being home to kind of even wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
I heard that when you got back, you said to Jake at least that he noticed that you weren't
Oh, yeah, I
like
changed some of the
ambitious about
settings.
working on bikes anymore, and that you just wanted to go straight into
It's
working
true.
out.
Sure, I just
and
like want to
teaching
work.
it.
I was like, I just want to work out all the time now. It was like super. It was very motivating, and I didn't realize that I needed like that experience as much as I needed it. I guess I kind of like come up against a wall. I was kind of going through the motions and just doing. I'm
Yeah.
working out and I'm training, but I'm not really. My head wasn't in it, and I really did need that 3 or 4 days.
It's-
To kind of
feel
get
like,
my head back in the game.
That's like a human experience thing. Groups of people have, I don't know, some kind of like experience that can motivate people, and it's some kind of effect that large groups of people doing the same thing has on people in general. I feel like
Yeah.
it really can motivate people, and can being a part of something like that can really, I feel like, change people's lives.
I think so. Yeah, I agree with that. And it kind
Yeah.
of it definitely affected me in a good way. I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you gotta ask the people around me, I suppose. But it
All
was-
he
it was-
does is work out.
all he
Or
wants to
with
do is
work.
talk
I
about.
heard that it
yeah, he just
negatively
wants.
affected your work at work.
Yeah.
You weren't into it anymore.
Well,
At
no,
work, he
what-
only works out.
Yeah, what I think what actually started conversations, Jake's like, you're awful quiet lately, and I was like, well, I'm trying to focus because like I'm at work, so I'm trying to focus on my work, but I'm thinking about that, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So if
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, I'm ripping the earbuds out of my ears at the same time.
Yeah.
So I have to like now I'm at work, I have to focus on work. It used to be just kind of automatic, but I'm thinking about the fitness thing all the time.
I
so
just need to figure out how to like working out.
it's,
I think
So the thing that got me into, other than talking to Mike about doing the DDPY, was I watched the
was it Arthur Borman's video?
it was
He's
that
a disabled
whole
vet?
the what's the movie that he has?
Oh, Relentless,
Yeah.
or the Jake the Snake one?
The
is it too?
Relentless.
Relentless
I
is
watched
very
that, and it's had Arthur in the end of it, and also when it said what's your why, and I started really thinking about it, and like they say just write it down, don't think, like
Mhm.
put it on paper, not in your head, and I was like thinking about writing. I was like, man, like I was winded riding my bike to my parents' house, and that's not that far of a ride.
Yeah.
And like it's lately I've been like even walking up the 3 stairs that I have, and like doing stuff outside, then going back inside, takes me a minute to catch my breath. Like
And
this
that's the
has
thing, it
never
kinda-
happened before.
It's funny because it sneaks up on you. You know what I mean? It's progressive. I didn't get to be 500 pounds in like a month.
I was like,
It took it was my and
Yeah.
it was almost like work in a negative way.
and I saw the scale and it said like 270. I was like, holy fuck, I'm closing in on fucking 300 pounds. I was like, this is not good. I was like, I have told myself I'll never let myself get to 300 pounds. And I was
And
like,
it's right around.
But you're
it's
not,
right around
so
the corner.
I wouldn't worry about it.
I was
That's right.
I was like, I need, like, I want to be, I was happiest when I was about 220, 215. And, like, as far as my weight went, like, I could walk around without a shirt on. Like, I didn't do it that often, but I
Yeah,
could.
that's,
when I
that's the one
wanted
thing
to.
I didn't want to do in Dubai was go to the beach and go in the ocean and take my shirt off.
Yeah, I'm so self-conscious about taking shirts off and shit like that, because, like, man titties and shit.
That's
Is-
also, I feel like,
It's embarrassing to
a
me.
human experience in general, that a lot of people think like this is a thing that I'm self-conscious about, but everybody on earth also has that same experience.
That's true.
Like,
Everyone has something that they're self-conscious about.
like we were talking about it before we started the workout earlier. Alex was like, yeah, he, like, because I start my workout usually at 9 o'clock at night, and then I close the curtains, and I usually do it in my daughter's toy room with the fucking lights off, because I don't want anyone to see me.
Hey, I get it.
Because, like,
When
I've
I-
always been, like, embarrassed about
When I
working
first
out and
started
shit.
out, I waited till everybody in my house went to bed. So it would be like 8, 9 o'clock. I'd be like, well, I'm not going to work out until everybody's gone so I can do it alone because I was embarrassed. Now, fuck it.
I used
now I
to
teach.
Work out every day after classes at Alfred. The last time I was there, and I didn't do it because it was fun. It was just I did it because I wanted to actually work out and like be healthy. And then I started working more and left Alfred, and I didn't want to pay for.
Gym membership.
I don't want to pay $30 something
Yeah.
a month for the Y.
And, like, so when we were talking also, Alex was sitting on the couch, and, like, she's only been in the room with me maybe 2, 3 times while I was working out. And the first time was I was just trying to get her to do it with me, but she's still hurting a little bit from having a baby. And I was
Thanks,
like,
Matt.
yeah, look what I did to her.
Look what you've done.
I was like, well,
Sounds like an
I was
abusive
kind of-
relationship.
I was kind of like uncomfortable with having her in the room, just 'cause I don't like people watching me.
Yeah.
And like, it's like when you're working on something that you know what you're doing, but people watching over you makes you second guess everything.
Yeah.
And so today when she was there, I was like, I just kept cracking jokes to her, like don't you be staring at my ass and shit like that.
Yeah.
Just to break the tension.
Definitely. It's a
And I kept saying
cycle.
stuff to Mike, making him laugh while we were doing it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a negative cycle, because of course when you don't work out and you feel self-conscious about yourself, it makes you want to work out less.
Yeah, it like
Yeah.
perpetuates or
Yeah. And of
Could be
course,
worse. Yeah.
even though people around us they don't feel a certain way, we can project things on people and think like, oh, because I don't really know how to explain it, because like your experience with Alex, you don't want to necessarily work out while she's there and watching you. Doesn't of course mean that she's like thinking
Watching.
about it in a
Right, she's
negative
not
way.
like judging you
Yeah,
or
it's-
whatever.
yeah.
But
It's like because I used to try running. I fucking cannot stand running. It
I can't
hurts.
stand running.
But when I ran, I can't run in an area where there's people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But those people that are driving by aren't thinking, look at that guy running.
look at that
'Cause
idiot. Yeah,
usually-
they don't care.
usually
They're just
when
like,
I
I
see
gotta get to
someone-
the grocery store.
Like
or
if I see
whatever.
someone out running, I'm like, wow, good for them.
Yeah.
It's the thing that we
But then
project.
again,
you
I
were-
do joke around and say, man, I wonder what they're running from.
Yeah.
So
It's
you
the
are
thing
my
that
dad.
by projecting on other people, we see ourselves in that
Mhm.
position and also project on ourselves.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. It's you're really just a reflection of what you think about
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, if we're running, especially, I think of myself, I don't want to go and run around somewhere and have people look at me and think, oh, look, that fucking stupid guy that is running.
Just
But
decided
Look at
to
that
run
fat
like an
ass
idiot.
running.
My
But,
main thing
He's not running right.
is I
Yeah.
don't see a change in a short period of time, which is obvious. But
yeah,
then
it's like,
I'm like, oh, I've been doing it for like 2 weeks and nothing has changed. So
It's like
I don't want to do this for like a year and lose like 5 pounds.
like if you're in, like, just as an example, if you're in your room and like you fart, and then you're like, I don't
Someone
smell
walks
shit, and then you walk out, you go to the bathroom, and then you come back in, you're like, smells like fucking farts, and
That's very motivating.
That's exactly what it is.
So just fart and then you want to exercise.
You are making a change. It's
So-
like a fart.
You're making small incremental changes
That's right.
that you can't perceive. You know, your body is actually physically preventing you from perceiving these things
Mhm.
because you're basically being smell blinded or eye blinded.
Nose blinded. Yeah.
There's a lot of truth to that.
Like the thing that I like about the DDPY is it has a lot of stretching in it, and I've already noticed like my this is my second week, I think,
You might be starting your third or pretty close.
going into, yeah. But I've already noticed a huge change in my flexibility.
Yeah.
Like when I started, I wasn't able to like bend over and touch the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and
That is kind of one of the things that makes it
It's
nice,
very
like what you're
motivational.
saying, when you don't see changes right away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But there's some small things that if you're paying attention, you're like, oh wow, I didn't know, I didn't get winded tying my shoes, or I didn't
Yeah.
whatever,
Oh, yeah.
which is something I used to do. I'd break a sweat tying my shoes.
break a sweat thinking about tearing
Yeah.
shoes.
I'm gonna eat a bowl of soup and sweat.
Last year
I
I
do
would
that
go to my
anyway. Soup's
dad's
usually hot.
That's what I was wondering on was the heat.
for like 2 or 3 weeks straight. I'd go to my dad's basically every day, sometimes every other day, and just get in the pool and just swim back and forth.
Mhm.
And
That's the most physical
wanted to get
demanding
to-
exercise.
I wanted to get to at least a mile. So I got like quarter of a mile, half a mile, like 3/4. And then I finally got to the mile. And then it started getting cold out, and so we had to close the pool, and then I just gave up. I was like, well,
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a
mission
pool to swim in.
accomplished. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I accomplished it, but now
You
what?
can't
Right.
maintain it though. Yeah.
It's definitely a cycle. You know, when you're working out and you think like, I don't see any changes, the thought of not seeing any changes demotivates people,
Mhm.
and it's definitely that's why I feel like it's so hard to lose or gain weight, is because it's a cycle. I don't know if a vicious cycle is the word. It's kind of like a cliche word, but
And it just seems like a waste of time for me.
yeah.
That's why, like, I'm doing it for an hour when I'd just be sitting there watching TV.
I
That's
know.
another thing I
I
said
know
to
that.
I was like, all I'm doing is sitting there watching TV anyways, just fucking scrolling Facebook or watching
Doom
TikToks.
scrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you got to fall back, like you said, Matt. Like, why? If you don't
Yeah.
have a reason to do it,
Yeah,
you're not
that's-
gonna like get started and then figure out why you want to do it.
That's
you know?
the
Yeah.
other thing. In the
Like,
beginning,
if
it
you
says,
gotta
do your
have
why.
a solid, like, something to, like, there's days like people talk about being motivated. Well, I'm not motivated to work out. I
Go
don't
back
think
and read the why.
motivation comes in the beginning. I think it comes after consistency.
Yeah, that's true. Probably.
Bill said
Yeah.
that a good playlist helped him
Yeah,
work
that's a
out
fact.
and everything. Speaking of playlists, there's this new thing that Spotify did. It's called Spotify Blend, and you can send a link to your friends, and like me, Matt, and Madge are doing it. So like I sent it to Matt and Madge. Matt signed up, and it basically combines the music you
Like your
guys listen
flavors.
to, and it'll like make a playlist out of it. And if it's only 2 people, it'll show you like how compatible you are with the music. And it said like we were like a 47%, but then Madge joined and it doesn't show like overall percentage. But now we have a playlist with all of our
like
music
top
in
or
there, and
whatever.
it changes like every day.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it changes some of the music out, some of it stays.
Yeah.
But I've been listening to that for the past few days.
Now, can you do that with podcasts? Because I guarantee if we all listen to it, it'd just be Between M&M, all the episodes.
The only
Uh,
podcast that airs.
No, it doesn't, because you can't. It takes a lot of your liked songs,
Oh, yeah?
and
So only like podcasts.
you can't like podcasts or the episodes. There's a
You can save them or whatever, put them in your liked, I'm pretty sure.
can't. I don't think so. I don't know. I was looking at it earlier. I thought there was only the plus button. But maybe you can. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I noticed that I don't use Spotify a lot, so it picks random songs for me.
Yeah, Matt has what? You had
Only
12
One of my
likes
kids like,
yesterday.
are you on a podcast right now? And I'm like, no. Matt's not in here. Lean your head in a little bit, man.
Just the,
That's perfect. That's the only part of you I wanted to see anyway.
just the back of your head.
Are you running late or are you on a podcast? You probably thought I was at work.
So you're at the bar drinking.
I didn't even tell her.
No, she knew. I
Oh.
told her this.
This is your daughter?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was your wife.
No, she's asleep. She was on here talking. That was Sam.
Oh, I thought it was a different Sam.
No, Sam is his wife. One of. He's got 12.
What?
I don't know.
The sneezing.
So that one, make sure you edit that out because she's not watching live. That'd be good. It's like,
It's a
who's your
little
other 12 wives, you piece of shit?
Little surprise.
Madge, make sure you go to that.
Yeah, this was pre-recorded at 6 o'clock this morning.
That's what we should have done. You can do pre-recorded live streams.
Nice.
Do we have a counter on how long we've been?
I'll check it right now. That's what I was. Hour and a half.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a lot of time.
Do you ever sneeze and it makes you feel hot?
Yes.
No.
I
I
just
love
like-
sneezing.
I sneezed
What?
like fucking 8 times in a row earlier.
Yeah.
I sneeze is like
It
the
hurt.
closest thing to an orgasm without having an orgasm.
Yeah.
Until you do it so many times that you get lightheaded and almost fall over. and
Just
pass
like
out
an
on the
orgasm.
backyard.
That's all you did was prove my point.
Yeah, I had 7 orgasms last night. And
I
then
had
just
7 sneezes
was
and 1 orgasm, and I
unconscious.
fainted.
Oh,
All in a
Oh,
row.
boy.
You decide the shuffle of it.
Yeah, all I know
Yes,
is my
the
hands
other ones.
are getting sweaty holding a microphone.
My hands are just clammy anyways.
Me problems.
I'm just dying.
It's humid in
Yeah.
here.
Better off sneezing. She doesn't stop.
Yeah, Jimmy's girlfriend, my brother's girlfriend, also does that.
Yeah.
Once she sneezes once, she'll sneeze like 30 times.
Ooh.
Madge also, I don't know if he still does that, but he used to.
Oh yeah. So when I was younger, I didn't believe that like pepper would make you sneeze, and so I took
Did you
some.
test it?
I took some pepper and I like put it right there, and then I sneezed like 5 times in a row, which is a lot. Usually it's just the once and I'm good, but yeah, it was
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 times in a row, and I was like, I'm dying.
I'm going to die. I
The
have, now I have a
thing-
medical condition.
The thing that makes me sneeze is Febreze.
Oh really?
I don't know why. If you spray Febreze, it's something about them little particles that shit makes me sneeze.
Certain smells in the air.
The Scandinavian
dust.
sleep method could be the key to
I
saving your sleep
I
and your
almo-
marriage.
I almost
Matt.
said something about that
Mhm.
earlier, which is funny.
What's the Scandinavian
Mm.
method? 2 different beds?
Oh
Yeah,
wait, I need
exactly.
this one.
2 different
16
12
things to do
different
when you're
lives.
feeling lonely,
No.
according to experts.
What
what
are,
experts?
Why are all these popping up? I don't even use Mozilla.
It's targeted ads, man.
16 things to
I
do
don't
when you're
use
feeling
Firefox.
lonely. That's what we should do.
I
is-
know. I opened it because it's
Because it
Way
doesn't have
less-
all your porn on it.
yeah,
Let's,
it's way less
Resource intensive.
needing than.
Let's read
Chrome.
the title and then try to guess what it's about.
Okay, the Scandinavian sleep method could be the key to saving your sleep and your marriage. It's probably some like stupid pillow or cooling
It's,
thing.
yeah,
2
it's some
different
kind
beds.
of an ad to sell you a bed.
I bet it's you sticking 1 foot out of the covers.
I do that anyway.
I
Me
can't
too.
do that.
I mean, you
It's-
should do it.
it's a
Everybody should at
temperature
least
regulation.
try it.
I can't.
All right, let's see.
If my legs get cold, I can't sleep.
We'll
Is
just
it because
start-
the monsters grab your feet?
No, I start throbbing. No, my dog will.
see what this is about. We
My
gotta
dog will
skip
start
through it.
licking my feet when I sleep. if
Go
I
back
hang
down
out
to
in
the
bed.
yeah.
Eliminate. No, it's up.
Uh,
what is the
it?
Scandinavian sleep method?
You can read that.
Held
to
for
me?
its
You can't?
No.
purported sleep benefits, the Scandinavian sleep method is a popular practice originated from Scandinavian countries
Yeah,
like Denmark,
Everybody
Norway, and
has
Sweden.
1 cover.
Uh,
That's it.
such as Germany and Iceland. The basic concept: partners sleep in the same bed together,
It's,
but don't share one individual
that's it.
duvet or
Everyone has 1
comforter.
cover.
That's what I do. I
What
don't,
I do.
I don't sleep with the same. We have our own blankets.
Yep.
Well, I guess you're Scandinavian.
Guess you're
Yeah.
we're
We're
some
smart.
kind of dirty weege.
The only reason they're still married.
Okay.
Alex is
We're-
going to buy 1 blanket and kick Matt
You're
out.
wrong.
I've bought her like 5 blankets since we've been together.
And she won't leave?
All right.
No.
Well, let's
we even
list.
have our own beds in the camper.
Let's each list
16.
one thing that we think is going to be in this list to do when you're feeling lonely.
Masturbate.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna say
when you're feeling lonely, go talk to
Masturbate.
people.
I'm gonna say hang out with friends is one of them.
Oh, you want a
Masturbate.
legitimate answer. I apologize.
Masturbate.
That's what I was going to say.
That's a fact.
Masturbate.
Go
That's
to
on
the
there.
That's
bar.
what everybody does when they're lonely.
When you're feeling
That is
lonely,
the cure for loneliness.
you eat ice
It's
cream.
only the cure for
Self-pleasure.
loneliness for about
Eat ice
For about
cream. It's
3
what
minutes.
women do.
Until the dopamine wears off.
exactly.
Legit. Let me think of a legit answer.
You're feeling lonely. Text a friend.
Yeah. I like to talk to a friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drink some alcohol.
Drink some alcohol. Start taking drugs.
Start heroin.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, kids.
Don't do that at home.
Don't do that. It's way too
Apparently-
good.
It's way too expensive.
Don't do that at home.
And you're going to drive the prices up.
They used to talk about that back. I remember in like high school sex ed shit. They talk about
Drugs?
if you do heroin once, you can get addicted to it.
Yeah, it's like I heard heroin's
Matt's
easier
like,
to
I
quit
did
than
it
smoking
3
cigarettes.
times
You
and
should
I'm
try.
still not
I'm
addicted.
not addicted.
I slapped you
Uh,
across the face last night. Addicted.
Oh my god.
I knew that was gonna happen.
All right, let's see. Shut up.
Wow. Who's that lady up top?
16
Man,
things. It's Grandma. Grandma attacked outside store horn.
And
That's bullshit.
Horning. Grandma attacked our store horning.
We don't have any stores.
She's horning.
She's horning.
Harney.
They do be horning out in Hornell outside Walmart.
Name it, validate it.
Oh, I thought it said vandalize it.
What's the
Tell people that you're lonely is how you get better at not being lonely.
Guys, I'm really lonely.
I'm
Can
very
you hang out
lonely,
with me?
friends.
Take stock and
Everybody
make some
on
soup.
the internet.
Oh,
take
shit.
stock of connections you already have? Madge, Brandon.
Uh-huh.
Oh, make me feel lonely over here.
Recognize you are not alone.
In feeling lonely, though, you are actually isolated, but you don't feel. You shouldn't feel like you're the only person.
I
I'm
should
not-
go on Xbox Live and
Yeah.
Call somebody's mother a whore, because that's all that
Have-
happens on Xbox.
have a
Live.
12-year-old tell you you need to go kill yourself. or
Yes.
Take the time.
Back before they
to
used to
slow
ban
down.
people's IPs. I learned so much from Xbox Live playing Modern Warfare when they
Reconnect
told me I
with
was a piece of
self-love.
trash.
Reconnect with self-love.
That
you
is
know
exactly
what,
what
that
Matt and I said.
means. You know
That
what
means
that
masturbate.
That means masturbate.
Perform anonymous acts of kindness.
That wouldn't make me feel fulfilled.
Give back to your community.
Can anybody think of
Fuck
an
that.
anonymous act of self-kindness?
Donations.
Open a door for somebody.
Join a club. Shit, I go to the club every Friday.
The Lonely Club.
Join the club. Yeah, the club of loners.
Drink your sadness away. Put your hand over. That's stupid. That's fucking just dumb.
Oh,
So you feel. You say the pledge.
Can
I feel less
What's
lonely
the-
now. How
It's called the
fucking
Pledge of
stupid
Allegiance,
is
man.
that?
No, what's the
create
Dane
something.
Cook, Dane Cook said it. It's like a thing when you go into church or whatever, like the Catholic thing. Like spread your arms and I gotta look it up.
It's going good.
Wait,
Create.
go up one, Brandon. I had a thing.
Adopt a pet.
I was gonna say go up.
Put your hand over your heart.
Fuck. I forgot it. It was something good.
Create something. Adopt a pet.
Yes, because you know they can't get
You c-
away.
you
they
can't
can't
cha-
abandon you.
You can't take care of yourself.
That's
so
like
take
gi-
care of
So
a
you
pet.
should bring in another life that you can ruin.
That's like giving someone a dog when they don't want it.
Here you go.
I got you a dog.
Yeah.
Shit.
I
that
gotta
sounds-
fucking take
Yeah,
care
now
of
I have responsibility that I didn't have before.
Didn't I say the thing about one of my buddies I went to school with a cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check
I-
your social media.
I got you a
usage.
pet frog.
They got their grandma a cat for Christmas and
Did they wrap it like on
no,
Christmas
they're like, hey, we
vacation?
got you a cat for Christmas. She's like, no, you didn't. She never took the cat.
Nice.
That's a Maine Coon, big ass cat.
Don't
Yeah,
want that
surprising people with
14-pound
pets
cat.
Worst thing.
is
you
the
could do.
worst.
Yeah, you should definitely
thing.
get permission before you buy somebody
Well,
a pet. Or
now that
don't
we're
want.
talking about this, I have a gift for you guys.
I
It's a-
got you.
Everyone's
a
getting a
pet
cat.
That's a-
mouse.
That I caught in my house.
It's a
Everyone's
stray cat.
Everyone's getting cockroaches in their house. Pets that never leave.
Oh, see? It says
Pets
don't
that-
drink. Clearly,
Oh.
whoever wrote this is a fool.
Yeah.
Don't drink when you're sad.
Yeah, right. It helps
That's
me.
how alcohol.
That's why I
Alcoholism
drink every
happens.
other night.
Did
I'm
that say
lonely.
to massage your feelings or manage?
I bet it
It
doesn't say
probably said
massage your
manage.
feelings. They covered that with the self-love.
Yeah. Try to put yourself
Push.
a push.
You
and
can't
recognize
fucking
Try to
me.
push yourself.
Every
off a
single
cliff.
one of these things you've said something that was wrong on this.
Try to push yourself
Down
into
the stairs.
depression.
work with a mental health professional.
The only
Too
tip that was
expensive.
useful, work with a mental health professional.
You,
gotta
you
be-
can
That's a
work
fact.
with them,
You gotta
but
be
you
rich
can't
like
get
Brandon.
help from them.
If you
You just gotta
want
work side
if
by
you want
side.
to go to
Oh, you gotta
therapy, you have to be
become-
rich.
a mistake that is costing Amazon shoppers hundreds.
That's probably clickbait bullshit.
It's gotta be. It's CapitalOneShopping.com.
Not using a credit card.
Yes, not using a credit card that you can get cash back on.
Not using
That's
the Amazon
answer.
credit card, they
Yes.
get 10% off.
I'm not even gonna look at that one because we nailed it. Here's what it is. Here's what it's like
stupid.
living in one of the world's
Play
hottest
Forge of
cities.
Empires.
Play Fortune.
Play Forge of,
I bet you that one's
I
about
bet you
an
that
app.
one's about some kind of a game, man.
ForgeOfEmpires.com.
How to battle mold and mildew. That's lame.
The
Bleach.
war.
Bleach,
of
vinegar.
mold and mildew.
Leading the battle against mold.
Major water cutbacks.
Yoko
No
Ono's
shrinking
Art
economy.
of Defiance.
Yoko Ono's art. Oh,
I quickly talk about the Colorado River.
Yeah.
The Colorado River is the river that feeds most of the fresh water to like Colorado, Utah. I think it's like 4 states in that general area that I forget. Basically, because California is in a continuous drought 24/7, they have already used their portion of the Colorado River that they're allowed to use based on the
yeah.
agreement that these states had. And then I think it was Utah was like, hey, we want to use our portion of the river now. But California has this huge drought going on that's, of course, causing wildfires. And so it's basically a big moral dilemma is, do we give the agreed upon amount of water
Fucking
to
fly.
Utah, I think it is, or
Same one from last time.
do we prevent deaths by giving this water to Colorado?
I say
Uh,
do it on Tuesdays.
Yeah, who
One
knows?
person, like the old gas. On on odd days they get it. On even days they get it.
On A and C days.
Basically, the United States in general is running out of water. Another thing that's going to
That's
have
why
to
they
be
bitch about
that I'm about to
collecting
say
rainwater.
that's going to have to be
I'm gonna use
fact checked is that within the next like 50 years, the United States will be at its day zero, which is the time, basically the day, where there will not be enough fresh water. Yeah, look it up. Or there will not be enough fresh water for everyone in the United States.
Immediately went.
No, I didn't click on
How
that.
Which is
How
why-
would you run out of water though?
Because
There's a whole
the
ocean.
amount of fresh water, basically desalination of the ocean, takes massive amount of energy, and the United States' infrastructure for desalination is basically zero, and the amount of fresh water in the entire world is another thing that's going to be fact checked. It's basically like 1% the amount of all the water that is on the world.
National
So,
Geographic, they're kind of reputable.
The United States only has a few sources of fresh water. The Colorado River, the Great Lakes and all that shit.
because there's
um,
no efficient way of
exactly.
purifying
That's
salt
what I'm
water.
saying. The desalination in the United States and all over the world is very expensive and takes massive amount of energy.
Within as little as 50
Uh,
years, many regions of the U.S. could see their freshwater supply reduced by as much as a third.
So in Africa and many countries in Africa have already hit their day zero timeline, which means they already don't have enough fresh water to you know what I'm trying to say. Basically, they don't have enough fresh
To
water.
meet
already.
demand or whatever.
Yeah, to meet demand. And the United States is about to hit that point very soon in the near future.
As the U.S. water supply decreases, demand is set to increase. On average,
Exactly.
each American uses 80 to 100 gallons of water every day,
Every day, 100 gallons a
Every
day.
person?
with the nation's estimated total daily usage topping 345 billion gallons.
It's a lot.
Enough to sink
That
the
does-
state of
that
Rhode
number
Island
doesn't make sense. Oh, yes, it does. Never mind.
under a foot of water. By
Oh.
2100, the U.S. population will have increased by nearly 200 million,
No, that doesn't make sense.
with the total population by some
That number-
514 million people.
That doesn't make sense, I don't think. Topping 345 billion gallons a day. So if every person, 320 million people use it, 100 gallons a day,
I probably use more than that
Isn't
with my
that-
half-hour shower.
isn't that
When I'm camping an entire weekend, I don't use freaking
that 100?
42 gallons or 44
Mhm.
gallons of water.
Well, it's saying on average,
I don't know.
Americans use that much, but there's businesses that use a lot more, like car washes.
Well, that's the average of people,
They would include that in how much a person uses.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Maybe.
Because that's why they're saying the nation's estimated total is 345 billion. Basically, all I know is that the United States is going to run out of water eventually in the near future, which is why we need to really consider our water usage on a daily basis now to try to head off these
Well, there's a
horrible
lot of
things that are
shit we
about
should
to
be doing now,
present-
but we
yeah.
don't.
We're just talking about water right now, though.
A lot of shit we should have been doing 20 years ago.
What about
Exactly.
the river over in fucking Yellowstone?
Oh
yeah, I
yeah.
saw all the
That
flooding.
shit is ripping through there.
Yeah.
I watched a video of a house getting taken off a fucking
Yeah.
property earlier. That was crazy.
We
And
definitely
then
need
it
to
was
be-
snowing the other day too. It was snowing and then there was the flooding.
Yeah.
The bridge that got taken out.
I didn't see the bridge. All I saw was the house.
Yeah, these people were on the one side of the bridge inside of Yellowstone, and like that's where they came in, and they were just standing there, and it just got wiped
That's
out, and they were like, "Guess we're stuck."
Guess we're staying.
If you think about when you wash your hands,
That's because of the rain and the heat melting the ice pack.
when you think about the amount of water you use when you wash your hands, why do we turn the sink on full blast to wash our hands? If you had a bowl basically, and you filled it with water, and you put a amount of soap on your hands, and you basically washed your hands and used a tiny amount of water, you'd be able to wash your hands perfectly fine. Why do we need to use massive amounts? Look up how much water a sink uses. The average sink uses in 30 seconds.
Did you know that you're not allowed to have rainwater collection
Mhm.
tanks in
Yeah,
the city
no.
of Hornell?
You can't
think
basically
that's
anywhere in the
mostly
United
in the
States.
Yeah,
entire
because the city
country.
uses it.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
They claim
Yeah,
because
the
the
city
city
uses
uses
it.
it.
but
That's
yeah.
what they claim. I was like, how's it
Yeah.
going to affect the city's
Yeah.
usage if I
There's
collect
only
it?
like 2 or 3. This is another thing that had to be fact checked. There's very few places in the United States where it's legal to
collect rainwater. That's
to
true.
collect rainwater, which is
How would collecting it affect
I think
anything else?
it's got something to do with groundwater, because we take a lot of water
Newer
from
kitchen faucets use about 1.5 to 2 gallons per minute,
per minute. So yeah, we'll assume
whereas older faucets use more.
1 gallon every 30 seconds. And people easily use that amount of water every 30 seconds.
Half a gallon.
That's basically the amount of water you need to drink on a daily basis.
A full tub varies, of course, but 36 gallons is a general average.
Yeah.
Old showers use up to 5 gallons of water per minute. So half an hour, you're using, I don't know, what's 30 times
So a
5?
shower-
150 gallons.
A shower uses 2 gallons per minute. And how many minutes on average do you think when you take a shower you spend?
10 to 20.
Yeah,
I'm saying, yeah, probably.
I
10,
think a lot of
15.
people spend a lot more time than that.
Yeah. But that's only the water-saving shower heads that produce about 2 gallons. Just general ones use
Yeah.
5
Exactly.
on average.
We are using way too much water.
Brushing your teeth, less than a gallon. Newer faucets.
I mean, when
About
you
a gallon.
brush
Well,
your
that's the thing,
teeth,
if you
I
leave
shut
your
the water
faucet
off
running
usually.
the whole time
Oh,
you
yeah.
brush your teeth too. You don't just like turn it on, wet your toothbrush.
I'm
and people
saving the
turn it
earth
on,
one
just lick.
toothbrush at a time. I just don't brush.
and,
I have one too.
and many people are turning on the faucet, run the toothbrush underwater, and just let it keep running.
Yep, for the entire amount
We-
of time.
Yeah, Bill's using at least 150 gallons every shower.
Yeah, I mean, we really need to think. It's one of those things that as humans, basically, we don't have really good ability to think far in the future. And right now, of course, we're thinking, oh, yeah, that'll happen in 50 years. That doesn't matter right now. But in 50 years, most of us are going to be alive.
Yeah.
And
Most of us.
exactly. A lot of us
Matt
are going
will
to
be.
be alive. And
We'll see.
I didn't know that you're not supposed to be looking at that during the podcast. That's
we're
adult.
probably not going to have enough water. There's going to be, the United States government is going to put out a thing and say, please use blank amount of water a
You're gonna
day,
get water coupons, water
Yeah.
vouchers, like the '70s with gas.
Right.
which is why we
Yeah,
really
rations, that's
need
it.
to be thinking about how much water we're using on a daily basis. When you brush your teeth, turn the faucet off. When you wash your hands, you could turn the faucet on a tiny little stream and have enough water to wash your hands.
Just like you said, if you turned it on, wet your hands, shut it off, washed them,
Yeah.
even if you didn't do the bowl, and then rinsed them, you've cut your
Yeah.
water use in a third, I bet, or
Yeah.
better.
And
Just by,
Or if you just don't wash your hands.
or don't wash your
You know,
hands.
the other
don't wash your
more,
hands unless you're in public.
The
Don't
other
brush
thing
your
is-
Somebody
teeth.
can hear you.
Don't
Why-
brush your
why-
teeth, don't shower.
why pee in toilets? I mean, just pee in the sink. It's more environmentally friendly. You're using less water.
And you're going to do it anyway, aren't
Typical.
you, man?
So you can't have rainwater collection, but you can definitely have pee water collection.
You can pee in a bucket
Just-
anytime you want.
uh,
Reduce, recycle, reuse.
can only do that so many times.
What, wash your hands and pee?
No,
Drink your own piss.
purify piss.
What is this? It turned into a Bear Grylls
They do it on the ISS. All the water that they piss gets recycled, reverse osmosis, all that bullshit, turned into drinking water. All I'm saying
One
is
and
we
done?
need to be more conservative about how much water and basically all the resources that we're using. Electricity, water, all that shit.
As we
Think
have like
about-
18 lights on in here.
Yeah. We don't have the
But
AC
the
on,
AC's
though.
off.
We're
Yeah.
doing great.
Fridge is on though.
Just open the fridge. That'll keep us cool. That seems like a conservative thing to do. Nah, just
Yeah.
open the freezer. It's faster.
So
Yeah, it's moldy. We need to...
and
fix
poop
it.
gets
And the poop gets shot out.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait,
if
what were
you-
we talking about?
the ISS.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Fires turd rockets into space.
no. On the movie Martian, they save all their poop.
For
To
fertilizer.
build poop pyramids.
Yeah.
Pyramids.
Pyramids.
Come back to
Yep.
me. I'll have some better.
All right, and we're back with Mike.
Pure poop. It's not as good. I didn't like it. I'll keep thinking.
Yeah, we definitely need to be more conservative, just on the amount of resources we use on a daily basis. And that's my thing for
Thank
the
you
podcast.
for coming to my TED Talk.
Just raise the price of electricity.
Yeah,
We're just going to raise the price of everything anyway.
we already are.
Yeah.
Economy's crashing. Fuck it.
Economy crashed.
It's still crashing.
Just spiraling. We're
It's getting worse and
circling the
worse.
drain.
Hey, they make up the value. They're like, yeah, this is how much it's worth.
Sounds good.
It's really worth less than that. Oh, did you guys see that pennies are leaving?
I hope.
I'm
I
fine with
hate
that.
pennies.
Yeah,
I hate
They just have
pennies.
to-
I give them away.
They
Yeah.
just have to fix all the price.
I can't
on them.
remember when the end of it is, but yeah, they're getting rid of pennies.
I mean,
Nobody-
Canada already did it.
Nobody
rid of
uses
pennies out of
fucking pennies
circulation.
anyway.
Yeah, I hate
I
pennies.
use them for scratchers.
Yeah, that's
Use a
basically
quarter like a rich person, man.
Dimes are
I
better.
can't afford that. I use
Use a
silver
quarter
dollars.
like an adult.
Use a silver dollar.
A legit one made of silver.
Dimes are better.
2023 next year.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Nobody
they'll end
cares.
production in 2023.
Nobody cares.
When was the
about
last
pennies.
time you got pennies and were excited? Never.
Yeah.
I've never. I'm like, pennies, I'm leaving them here. I don't even want them. Just put them back in the drawer.
Oh, that means we're gonna lose the take a penny or whatever. Like leave
no,
a
it'll
penny,
be
take a
a
penny.
nickel
thing.
instead.
Yeah, nickel.
Yeah.
Which I'll start being pissed about those and giving those away.
Can't afford that. No, it's gonna be dimes because they're small. I'm sick of finding change underneath my seat, my truck.
Quit dropping it in your car.
Falls on
Next problem.
Yeah.
I'm sick of stores not having the already taxed price.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
hey, this is your out
Just
the door
build it
price
in.
for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be so
Rip
much
off.
simpler.
I mean, it's not like tax is gonna change. At least not for a long time.
Or just, I mean, if I ran
I think
a
the only
store-
reason is because it's obviously dependent on where the location.
Yeah.
Still.
So when they
just-
send out the price tags, like companies,
It's just
or
generic.
they send it out, then you print it. It's literally just general set everywhere.
I
I
think
feel like they could make a system that automatically adjusts
could.
that though.
we
They
should
could.
just
flat tax, and everybody's
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
that too.
make the price $5 and then the company adjusts for.
Yeah,
how much
or
it
the
is.
yeah, that's
company
it. Mark it up.
can just
or
pay the
however they
tax.
do it, yeah.
I don't care. Honestly, well, maybe. If you mark shit up,
Well,
what
that's
if-
what they're gonna do to absorb the tax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I don't honestly care. It make my life much easier.
Right.
I got $5. This thing is
This is for-
$4.99. I don't give a fuck. Here's $5.
Take the penny.
Take the penny and throw it in.
there
your
won't be a
jar.
penny.
There won't
Take
be
the
a
penny,
to
throw it
give
to a
you.
homeless man.
You could probably get rid of if you just rounded shit up to like to the next dollar.
Just have it billed.
You just get rid of change.
Yeah,
It's bad change.
We don't
Sorry,
like
vote for
change
McCain.
anyway.
So we don't like change.
my money folds.
My money
jiggle,
don't
jiggle.
wiggle, wiggle.
You might start a
Like
revolution with that.
Yeah.
My money don't jiggle jiggle.
It
It
falls.
I like the way wiggle wiggle.
For sure.
We're not going into that further.
Or do you just not
You
know
know.
more of it? He doesn't know the rest.
Riding in my feet.
knew it.
really have to see it.
6'2" in a compact.
No cap.
I got a knack to relax. The
Thought you
seats
guys
go
didn't know how
all
to
the way
freestyle. Here
back.
we are,
Yeah.
biting somebody else's music.
Yeah. There you have it. Podcast over.
Basically. We've been going for 2 hours. You think this is a
Have
good
we?
point to
Yeah,
end?
been
it's
going for
toasty
2
warm in here. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot.
what's the thermostat thing set? Or the thermometer?
It's called a thermometer.
95.
It's a thermometer.
83.
Holy fuck.
89.
Jesus.
What's 70 in
Feels
here?
like it's 83.
All right. Thank you so much for watching the podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where we post every Tuesday, and we're going to be posting
Oh.
highlights of each of the
Remember?
episodes.
When we first started this podcast, I said we need to think of a thing to say at the end.
Yeah.
Use less water.
Fly.
Use
the
less water. Yeah.
Conserve.
Conserve.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Conserve in general.
Use less water. Use less all that shit. Stop taking.
Half-hour showers, minimum.
Yeah, however long
Yeah,
you say you
Bill.
He
take
said half an
showers.
hour.
out.
Hey,
Stop taking long
takes
ass
him that long
showers.
because he's got to crank one out.
When you take a shit, just take a shit outside.
It's that think globally.
Use a
act locally.
composting toilet.
Yeah, composting toilet. I
Check
mean,
out Mike on Facebook.
Yeah,
At
appreciate him
At
coming.
Resurrection Fitness powered by DDPY. Got a new
Appreciate
merch
'em.
store too. Just
Hey,
put it out yesterday.
check him out on
Hey,
I
Instagram
wasn't
too.
supposed to.
Check that
I
out.
wasn't gonna, but fuck it.
But thanks for
Appreciate
being on the
it.
podcast, Mike.
Yes, thank you guys for having me again. I always
It was
enjoy
a
myself.
fun
Absolutely.
podcast. Yeah, be sure to follow the Twitch channel. Check us out on YouTube.
use less
Instagram,
water.
TikTok.
Wash your
TikTok.
hands.
We don't have a TikTok.
Don't
I
wash
have
your
a
hands at
TikTok.
all.
You can follow me, and
Oh,
I'll
yeah, there
follow
you go.
them. How's that?
Follow him on TikTok.
And use less water.
Please
That's my thing to say.
Drink beer,
Okay,
save water.
fine.
say the thing about
Do
water.
it again. Do it again.
Start over. Cut that.
Drink
Yeah,
beer,
yeah.
save water.
Reset.
we can all say it.
Drink beer, save water.
Yeah. Well, beer's made with water.
Yeah, but less. Somehow.
Drink whiskey, save water.
Also made with water.
Okay. See you later. Bye, guys.
Don't drink anything at all.
Don't drink ever.